of a second season. It would be so fun.
Hello, welcome back to Rec League Season 2. In the booth, we have myself, Yo Romeo, Luna, and Martini, and Blackhawk on cams. Luna, how are you?
I'm wonderful. You sound wonderful on your new mic there, Romeo.
Yeah, I got nice and close for it. I don't know if it actually is good or not. Martini, how are you?
I think you're good. I'm doing great. It's been a real hot minute since I popped into anything, one, Echo related, and two, the casting booth. It's always good to be back, trying to see what's going on. And I didn't do a marathon today. I do have one game that I need to play in, but besides that, I'm playing doing a casting marathon with y'all today. So we'll see how that goes, and then I have another casting thing after this for Vermal. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Get a little warm up in. So you've been playing Breachers a lot, I assume?
Yeah, being a team captain is a lot. I've learned, especially if you want the team to obviously do very well competitively, right? It takes, and especially with the game. Not to say Echo doesn't have the same amount of strategy. It's just the strategy
It's different.
variances can be so
Yeah, it's
much
just
more.
different.
Because it's like 3 maps, right? It's like 3 different maps. It's a lot of different things just to kind of remember. Versus technically, if you think about Echo, it just has 1 map, right? Granted, there's so many different variations on the flavor and how you should do things. But I think it's just a lot of content for your team to memorize. So just a lot of the time is just kind of spent getting the team to get together, talk through things, kind of work things out. That's what we've seen. Been very fun. Obviously, I'm a very big Breachers fanatic at this point. Yeah. So much so that I decided that I want to do some casting for Vermal for Breachers. So I haven't done it yet. But I am co-casting today for the first time, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Ooh,
My
I might
first
leave you guys for a sec. I
official.
think they need a sub, so I might jump out if I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna
Go
go sub
for it.
for this match. I'll be back.
Okay, sounds good.
Good
Looks
luck.
like we just subbed out one of our casters. But other than that, how are you doing, Luna?
Doing well, doing well. Fully recovered from Denver, thank God, and all the germs that came with it. So it was it was interesting.
I'm still jealous. I wish I was able to go, but things kind of have a different way of happening, with life.
Oh, we have Vegas coming up in October.
No way.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing with that? What's that? I didn't hear about that.
There was an announcement at Denver about a different game that Axiom Games is working on.
Oh, they're not replacement, but their follow up, I guess, on this Echo stuff, right?
And there's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
remember I heard a little bit about it at the VermalCon like after party. I wasn't there, but I saw the video. I was hoping they would say more stuff, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, good. Yeah, I think it's another Axiom A2 or A. Is it A2 or A squared for their
I think it's
nickname?
I think it's A2. I say
A2.
A2. And I'm
I mean, don't worry. I wasn't sure to be honest. I first saw it and I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting way of doing it, but you know, it works out. Um, but yeah, let's see who we got on the roster tonight. We have the Morning Crew versus
That's all I heard.
just Anthony. Oh, okay. It's just Anthony. Sorry, I've been out of the loops. I don't know any of the team names. But it looks like we're doing strong today. A little bit slower on you know, the teams coming in. Maybe everyone just finished up dinner. Maybe they just came back from work. I don't know. But you know, we'll be taking our time, kind of looking around to see how things are going on. I think I joined the server for the A2 game. I don't know if I don't know. I've spent so much time on Breachers now. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of in between. You know, it's kind of like say you and your ex broke up mutually and it was good, but then you know met someone new. Do you and they came back and said, hey, you know, I can do this again. Do you go back with the old one? Do you stay with the new one? I'm just kidding. That's like a weird high school movie situation. But that's how I feel with Breachers right now. Because you know I'm loving Breachers, but with another Axiom coming out, you know, I'm wondering. I'm like, oh, should I dip my toes in that again? I don't know if I want to switch to a whole other competitive league again. Can I do 2 different games? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm just interested to see what it is when it comes out.
I'm so curious how they're gonna, because they, you know, the idea is they wanted to take from Echo and learn from it, and not make an Echo replacement. So I'm so curious what that even would look like, you know, because that could really that's good because I think they're not reinventing the wheel, right?
No, no,
They're
no.
making a way better wheel maybe, or putting a mix on the wheel, which I think I prefer. You know, there
They
was
are.
problems with Echo and all that sort of stuff, so it's cool to see what they can develop on it, right?
There's going to be a lot of community input. Like on the Discord, you can go on and there's a section for suggestions, pin suggestions. So there's a lot of community involvement in the development of this game, which is exciting because there were, you know, we all had a lot of wants that we wanted for Echo that were not able to be done. So community involvement in a new game is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, it definitely makes me feel good. I know sometimes when games or even leagues try to go through things that are not as community oriented, I really don't see them doing well half the time. I think one of the biggest ones that people complain about was NEPA, right? They felt like it was more of a cash grab than really community building, and we kind of saw that, right? The owner had left pretty quick after the whole you know, Echo thing kind of went down, and the server. I remember because I was like, I did scouting for a while, so I was like at least in the server and I saw some stuff. So it was interesting to see how the owner handled it slash did not really even handle it, to be honest. But anyways, I'm not biggest into Nepa, so I can't speak too much to what was going on in there. Maybe someone else in the chat, there's a lot more than I do. But I don't know, I've heard a lot of complaints about things that aren't as community driven, because it feels like too much like a cash grab. Doesn't feel genuine, right? So it's nice to see that they are focusing on the community, making sure it's good, because I think I've seen a couple games too where they do a thing where they focus maybe too much on the competitive side before any community building happens, and it just feels too fabricated. It doesn't feel like a natural progression of the game. Because I mean, that's most games. Like a lot of them, a lot of like the games that we know and love that really grew to be very big. In the competitive space, they didn't start off as a lot of them didn't start off as, hey, we're gonna be a competitive game. A lot of them were just good games that people loved and the community built up so much, and they're like, you know what, let's really develop this and let's take this to the competitive level, right?
Right.
um so that's the sort of stuff I like seeing instead. And yeah, I mean, that was Echo, right? Like if you think about it, it wasn't even meant to really be built the way that it was again part of a hackathon, so it's kind of not built with anything too specific in mind, and then the community just really loved it, picked it up, and you know, really did well for I think Vermal at least. Some of the other leagues, you know, they tried their best, did well, but Vermal definitely was one of the biggest ones that had a really good lasting impact on Echo. So it is exciting to see. Sad to see the game coming closer and closer to its sunset date, because that's about to be in a month. If you think about it, it's about to be in a month already. We're about to hit July, and then it's right there
Yeah.
around the corner. You know,
Then we start counting weeks.
start counting weeks,
4
days,
weeks.
hours.
Yeah. It's gonna be. It's not gonna be. Not gonna be a good day for anyone. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I can't imagine the servers that day. They're just gonna
Yeah.
be horrendous. But we want to play, right? Like I think I'm gonna put on some my Echo, what do you call them, bot units, whatever. Because I just haven't played in a while. I mean, today is gonna be the first time I'm gonna play in a long time. Anyways, we are coming to the start of the round. For the Morning Crew versus Anthony. We'll see who's able to get their hand on the first disc. And then we'll see how this kind of gets going.
It looks like Anthony is starting with 4 players, so we'll see how that evens things out.
Yeah, but looks like Anthony's, they were able to get sort of a hand on it, but it did not quite work out for them. It looks like Morning Crew trying their best to get it through, and they are able to maintain possession, at least for now. Does get the pass over the Walker. Walker's walking it up, gets a shot in, real relaxed, and it's looking real good. Looks like Yo Romeo, one of our own casters, was able to hop in and sub for
there he is.
Anthony. Yeah, he's right in the game.
Got in there, good. Okay.
And it looks like they are out. It looks like they're looking around, trying to find some good openings as they go back and forth. They're passing it back and forth, trying to see what they can do. Romeo's able to pass it all the way over to Tots. Tots slowly trying to do something with it, but does go for the reset as we do have Sizzle right in the back, sending it right back up front. Does not quite connect and is still floating. It looks like the Morning Crew is trying to send it out, and it's almost on its way out, but it does get picked up by Sizzle. Sizzle's trying to make something happen, but not quite working out. But it's fine. Teammates are there for the recovery. Goes in for the 3, but just quite misses it. And teammates are there to follow it up. Looks like there's a lot of back and forth right now, as Morning Crew sends it all the way out and able to send it all the way to the other side of the arena. But as always, goalie is there to receive it and send it back. We'll see if Anthony can make something happen with this. They're throwing it back and forth. Tries to go in for the boop-ish shot. Does not connect, and it is sent back. But it's just an all-out brawl, It's just going crazy right now. No one can quite get their hand on it. And it's sent all the way again into blue side. We'll see if Morning Crew can make something happen as they try to juke them out, but it does get stunned out. And he's trying to send it over to Tater Tots and just does not quite work out. A lot of Geo hitting today with the disc, so not quite working out. Tries going for the clear, and it does get into Mark Ramsey's hand as he tries to go for the reset back, but he does get stunned out by Sizzle. And Sizzle, I gotta say, Sizzle's really keeping it high, keeping it sizzling, as he's on these people all the time. Not sure if he has just really good reads, or if he just can predict where the disc is gonna be going. Tries to go in for the deep clear to somebody, but they're not quite able to follow that up. And Walker is able to send that down to his teammate. And Spike just loses his hand. Maybe he lost tracking. Not quite sure. But it's fine. Return to sender from Romeo. And it looks like Morning Crew sends it all the way deep with the follow-up stack. See if they can dribble it in. And it does not work out as that bounce on the end was very unfavorable. And it's just a lot of back and forth. And we have not had a goal in a hot minute. We'll see if Morning Crew can make something happen and change that. But it is still a little bit loose as Anthony's team does send it all the way through as they try to follow up with the stack. Let's see if they can get it before the goalie does. And it's just an all-out race. Going for the 3, and it does go just a little too low. But it's fine. We do have Sizzle right there again for the recovery. Looking around, trying to send that deep pass in, but he does get intercepted by the team as he sends it all the way back just for the goalie to send it back to sender, but these Geos are not letting it go in too easy. Morning Crew is able to get their hand on it again, and a lot of back and forth right now, and it is bouncing everywhere, but Walker can read that bounce. Mark Ramsey gets his hand on, sends it in, tries to get it for the 3-pointer, but it does not work out for them. And right now, Quack gets the hand on and is looking around for some good open opportunities. Does get stunned out by Tater Tots, and Anthony's able to send the clear. Not quite all the way through, which is obviously very favorable for them, but he does get read by the orange team. as they send it all the way back. And again, is caught out. Just a lot of back and forth. The teams are not really letting the disc have any time to breathe. And it looks like Sizzle is able to receive that, send to his teammate. Tater Tots walks it in and is now ties up the score between Morning Crew and Anthony. And how is the game looking to you right now, Luna?
Fairly well matched. I mean, they worked hard for that 2 points. It took them quite a while to get it down there. This is a good matchup. Should be close. And Chuckles, by the way, redeemed a hydrate, so we need to hydrate. Well, you need to hydrate. You're doing all that talking.
2 minutes of non-stop action. You know, that's what you get with a 5v5. And yes, I do need to get some water. I don't have any water. I'll be back, Luna. I'm gonna get some water. Never mind. Looks like we do get 2 points on the war by Quackless. Right when I'm about to get my water. I will redeem that hydrate. You got this, Luna. I'll be back.
All right, orange with the goal. It was Quackless, assisted by Spike. So we are going to see blue on the joust here. See if they can come back. All right, passing it through right tunnel. Connects. And they're trying to work it up, looking for pass options here. Not quite connecting. Will blue recovers. Down there at mid, wrapping around for that disc. Recovers over to the blue side. Let's see. Oh, and their goalie has it. Tater Tots has the disc, passes across arena. See if she connects with anyone.
That's your reset. I'm low mid.
Okay. Set up for the pass. Here we go. 2 points, Anthony. So we are tied up 4-4.
All right, I'm back. Just got some lemonade. I am. My thirst is pretty quenched. Looking pretty good. And it looks like they're tied up now. Let's see how Team Morning Crew is able to respond to this as they come out of the joust, sending it over to Mark Ramsey on the left side. Let's see if he can do something with this. Taking his time, going up slowly. Look, Quackless looking around for a really good passing option. Does get clipped off the Geo, I believe. Not sure if I saw that right. And it does get sent all the way through. Let's see if they can follow that up real soon as it gets sent through to the orange side. And it looks like Team Anthony's able to keep their hand on the disc as they keep bouncing it around, try to do something. Tries to go for the really crazy 3, but does not quite connect. Romeo's able to follow it up, get a little spin on it, and put 2 points on the board for Anthony. Awesome. We will see how Morning Crew is able to respond to that as they come out of the joust right now. Comes out of the tunnel, and it looks like we do have Jeep Girl's hands on it, going for the closer play. Mark Ramsey taking his time, tries to reset it back to Jeep Girls, but there was a bit of a miscommunication as it does slip right past her. But it's fine. We got Quackless there for the recovery as they send it back to the goalie, and the goalie tries to clear it out to get for that cross play for the stack. We'll see if the stack can move it up, but they cannot. It's still stuck in the tunnels. As right now, the teams are fighting for possession, and Sizzle again ready for the teammates, goes in for the pass cut, and it looks like another cut, and Yo Romeo goes in for the spin, gets the dunk on Morning Crew, and definitely good style points there. I think that counts as 4 points instead.
Get some more MVP votes.
I know Romeo's coming for that MVP. He really wants to own it tonight, or maybe goal of the night. Maybe we should have like a goal of the night clip. That'd be kind of fun. Yep. All right, looks like Morning Crew tries to go in for the left pass, does not quite connect. Tater Tots coming in slowly, very menacingly, and is able to finish that off with 2 more points on the board. And right now, Team Anthony is able to keep it going. The momentum's hot on their side, and they are maintaining that momentum. They do not want to stop it, and Morning Crew is struggling to stop it right now. We'll see if they can try their best to get this joust off and change up this momentum, because right now it is not quite working out for them. Looks like they do go in for the left pass again to Mark Ramsey, going a little bit slower and a little bit lower. Sends it right over the Quackless, sends it deep into the to the enemy side, does not quite connect with teams, and the blue stack is crazy on the speed as they're able to send it all the way through. Looks like they're going for the crazy 3 off of, was that Cloud? Was that a Cloud shot?
My God.
Beautiful cloud shot, 3 points on the board for Anthony, and they are not slowing down anytime soon. I can definitely tell you that because they are coming in crazy hot. We'll see if they can do anything about it. Again, that momentum is killer for Morning Crew. We'll see if Morning Crew can respond to this as they try again to get people out of the joust, sending it over to Mark Ramsey, sending it all the way to Quackless. And really good connections right now on these passes, and a little bit of dancing from Spike. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but I did for sure. But it was a bit of a miscommunication on their part, and Anthony's able to send it deep in to the teammate. Tater Tot's able to follow that up. Let's see if they can walk it up. And yes, they're able to send it up. Not quite a walk up, but a really good cut by Sizzle as he's keeping it hot for the team and cooking it up.
Psychotic in chat says she's the president of the Tater fan club, so Psych is probably pretty happy tonight.
I feel like there's a couple of people on Anthony's team too with food related stuff. A Sizzle with Tater Tot. I don't know, it's kind of funny. Anyone else notice that? Just me.
No.
Anyways, looks like they try to go for the 3, does quite miss, bounces back, but it's fine. He's there for the recovery. And right now they are on a crazy streak. I forgot we didn't modify the rules. There's no mercy, right? We keep pushing through.
Yep, we keep pushing through and points.
Keep pushing through. I know we have a rule video, but I'm casting in the booth, so I don't see it.
we do have a greater than 7-point deficit, so someone on blue should be staying.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that 7-point. Yeah, you're right. Wow, I really have not played in a while. I forgot simple rules.
Like no, it's not. Sorry. Romeo's in the tube. Yeah, Romeo stayed back, so they have blue has 4 in the arena.
Oh, there's a new rule. 14 points up, 2 people sit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they did add that for this season, so.
Makes sense. And it looks like Morning Crew is able to save that as they try to get it out real slowly. Trying to send in for the pass over to Mark Ramsey. Does sort of connect, but he does go for the deep goalie reset, which was real deep. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of shocked that happened. Tries to go for the clear. Walker's trying to keep the disc on blue side. We'll see if they can make something happen out of it. And Mark Ramsey tries to fight Anthony for the disc, and he is able to work it out, but is not able to finish up that 3, and unfortunately it does go off of the ding ring. One of the best sounds you can ever hear attacking an Echo.
It's the ding.
Yep, Morning Crew is trying their best to maintain possession, trying to make a goal happen out of this. But I will definitely give credit to Team Anthony. They were really able to maintain that defensive posture and keep them off from scoring anything. Really shocking, even with having a teammate down. So really impressive brawling and defending on Team Blue's side as they try their best to maintain their momentum and keep it going into round 2.
And they prevented one more score. So we go into round 2, 17-4. Team Anthony is ahead. So next round they will be sitting someone in the tube also. We'll start that off.
Yeah, but looks like they only have a 13-point difference, so they're not quite a 14, but get one more goal, they'll be down 2 players. So we'll see if they can still maintain his momentum. 2 players down. My guess is not. As we saw, Morning Crew is able to slowly start getting, the offense on their side. Granted, not gonna lie, Anthony's team, they were dominating for a minute, right? They had really good, skill on the disc and going back and forth. Pretty impressive considering they're still down a whole player, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in round 2. I'm hoping if Team Anthony's able to get that extra score with that player out, Morning Crew can make something happen for themselves. And honestly, I think maybe they need a warm up. They're at the end. We almost saw a really good play by them, but man, that defense on Anthony, just killing it right now.
And we don't know if they got a warm up. We had people coming into the arena pretty much right, around the 8 o'clock mark. So they might not have had a warm up. This round 1 might have been their warm up. Maybe we'll see something different. And it looks like now he's back. Okay.
VR Central. Oh wow! I literally just watched a video by VR Central earlier. That's hilarious. I like your videos, VR Central. So thanks for hopping in. All right, and it looks like we are coming out of the tunnels right now. We'll see how it goes right now. Team Anthony is dominating, and we'll see if they can keep that disc going as they send it deep in. But that is picked up by Morning Crew. I can't talk right now. As they send it over to Walker, and Walker's trying his best to walk it up, looking around, trying to get some really good possession stats for himself. Sends it over to Mark Ramsey. Mark Ramsey trying his best to walk in and goes in for the 2 points off the board, and he does execute, gets 2 points for the Morning Crew as they try their best to close this gap. Oh yeah, and VR Central. It was like one of the Breachers strategy videos. I was just kind of checking it out. Not related to Echo. Not related to Echo or anything. So yeah, we do have Anthony's team. We'll see how they respond to that score by the Morning Crew. I will say just Morning or Crew. I don't know. It's kind of a wordy name. We'll see how it goes. Sends over to Tater Tots. Tater Tots can walk it in. 2 points on the board. And Anthony, they just lost a couple points, but they just regained them back, so they are maintaining their same lead. And we'll see momentum is able to switch up. Maybe it's slowing down. Maybe it's speeding up. We'll see what's going on. But it is not doing the best right now for Morning Crew. So what are you seeing, Luna? Looks like a lot of they're trying their best, right? For round 2. I do think we're seeing a little bit better gameplay right now from Morning Crew. What do you think?
Seems they are getting their stacks together. There's at least 2 of them stacked at all times. Those long clears are really hurting them. With a perma goalie, the goalie can only go. What are we saying? Midpoint of bow tie?
Yeah, about that area.
Yeah. So with a perma goalie, long clears sometimes tend to come back and not do very well for you. If you do a long clear, the goalie gets it. Now they have control of the disc in that side.
Yeah, I get that. But here's the conundrum. It's like, say you're about to be attacked by 3 or 4 people, and you need to clear. How do you think so fast? Oh, I need to clear, but I got to clear in such a way that the goalie doesn't pick it up. And I get it. It's kind of hard, right?
That's part of I think the good part of this game is the way the rules are set up. The traditional way that we play Echo, the 4v4, even if you were going back to a 3v3, not all those strategies work here. You kind of have to pick it apart and figure out your strategies, because if nobody's down the other end of the arena, you do a long clear, stack up with somebody and get down there, you're fine, but that doesn't work here.
Yeah, I think we mentioned this time and time again, seeing the same competitive level of skill, but in this sort of lineup, it's very different, right? It changes all the metas that we normally know. And I think it's really cool. It's really cool to see how creative people can get. And now we're in season 2 of this rec league, and people are definitely a lot more developed in their 5v5 skill sets and how they should play this game. And I can definitely say it's very different than the first time around we did it, because people definitely look a lot more well versed in this 5v5 than we originally had, right?
Yeah.
There's still a lot of clearing, but it's not to the same level. It's definitely very different.
The other different thing we have in this league is it's open comms. You can hear the other team. Not a close comm situation, so.
Sorry, crazy save by Sizzle. I don't know. I need to point that out. Literally saving it through the goal as he sends it back down, and definitely again, Sizzle keeping it high. I don't know how many times I've said his name or her name in this game, but they were killing it right now. It looks like the dude sent it over to Walker, trying his best to clear it out. Finish it up, but it does get sent out by the ding ring. Unfortunately, Anthony's able to follow that up real quick as he's trying his best to look around, trying to send it over to the other team. And it looks like we do have Silzo once again ready to follow up, keeping it high, sends it over to Anthony, and Anthony's trying his best to finish it off, but doesn't quite work out. Does get stunned out before he gets the full turn, I believe. And looks like Morning Crew is able to send that through, try to get the dribble play developing into the blue bubble, but they do not have it quite work out. And Mark Ramsey goes in for a weird boomerang, but it's fine. Quathlos comes in, tries to finish it off, and gets the slam dunk on blue team.
We're 19-10.
Vermol Season 7 champion. Oh my god, Psychaotic. I did not realize that. Oh my god. Alright, that makes a lot more sense. Honestly, I'm surprised the score line isn't the worst, because 10-19 with a season's champion on your team, I'm just saying, that's impressive. That's impressive. So it looks like Team Anthony's trying their best to move it, looking around, trying to send it back and forth to their teammates, but it does not quite work out for them, as Morning Crew is able to follow it up. But the goalie's there for recovery, but He does not quite have it sent out. Spike's trying to finish it off and does get saved by Anthony. And again, I think I've seen 1, 2, maybe 3 times where people are outside of the goalie post, but they still save it. And Anthony, wow, beautiful counterattack, goes in for the save, sends it deep, and finishes off with the 3. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Anthony's team, definitely killing it right now. Morning Crew trying their best to disrupt their momentum, and they are doing a good job at doing that, I gotta say. Because the scoreline was definitely hard for them to maintain at first, but now they're doing a lot better for sure. Looks like Morning Crew is able to juke that out as they try to send it through over into Valley to their teammates. Walker is able to get his hand on it and is walking it up. Sends it deep in. The goalie is able to read it, and Mastermind does send it for the left pass over to Tater Tots. Tater Tots able to pick that up, sends it across the arena. We'll see if Sizzle's able to pick it up. He does get stunned out by Morning Crew. Jeep Girls goes in for the deep clear, but it does get picked by Tater Tots as he has a really good read on the back end. Tries to send it for his teammate, but a lot of interceptions, a lot of back and forth right now, and no one can maintain the disc for too long, except for Mark Ramsey. Sees the stack coming in, and they try to go for a little cheeky shot, but it does go a little bit too wide, Walker. But it's fine. Mark Ramsey there for the reset and is able to send it to his teammate. Walker trying his best to juke around Sizzle. Seeing they can make something happen with it. Trying to see some good open opportunities. Is able to send it across. A little bit of miscommunication, but Quackless is still there to pick it up. Trying to find any good passes right now, and a lot of slower gameplay right now. Morning Crew's trying their best to really get this goal in, really have something develop. Unfortunately, the defense on Anthony's team is pretty killer. I got to give him credit for that. But it's fine. Walker's able to stop it. And Quackless, again, with a little bit of back and forth, get a really nice slam dunk off. And able to get 2 points on the board for Morning Crew.
That score brings it to just a 10-point deficit. Blue is still keeping somebody in tube.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job right now. We'll see if Anthony's team will respond to this. I know they will. But we'll see exactly what they do in a second as they send the pass in, but it does just clip off of the tunnel. And Spike is able to be there for the reset, for the save. And right now, it looks like Morning Crew's trying their best to maintain that possession and get their team on the other side of the arena to receive that disc. They do send it deep, but Blue Crew is there to receive it. They do send it all the way back to the sender. We'll see if Sizzle's able to his hand on it, but he does get stunned out. Anthony's there for the follow-up as he's looking around for some passing options. Sizzle again, always there, ready for the disc. Sends it deep into Tater Tots. Tater Tots goes in for the beautiful behind-the-back slam dunk. And right now, Team Anthony still maintains a strong 12-point lead.
Hey, Quack, come with me real quick. No one touch this. No one touch this.
So we're starting to see some more back and forth, I think in round 2. But again, they're still really maintaining their sizable lead right now from Team Anthony. And it looks like there's a little bit of a back of weirdness going on with that joust. I don't know how they got possession of it. But Mark Ramsey there, great read, sends it in for the team. We'll see if they're able to receive that, send it deep in. Unfortunately, no one is able to get their hand on it quite yet. And Walker is stunned out. Looks like Tater Tots is there for the follow-up, sends it to the stack, and the stack is now going in for the dribble. But it doesn't quite work out the best for them. It looks like they did kind of get some missed chain, but it's fine. Sizzle's there for the three-pointer attempt, but it does miss. Anthony trying to recover, but he does get stunned out by the defending team. As the defending team tries their best to send it in, tries to clear it out, gives them the possession plays going on over here. They are able to send it to the stack. Spike's looking around for some opening opportunities. Does accidentally clip it off of Cloud, but it's fine. Mark Ramsey's able to read that, and it looks like Walker's able to follow it up, but it does get saved by Mastermind, and it's a beautiful goalie save right there. It looks like they're trying their best to keep it inside the blue bubble, but they just cannot. Let's see if they have anyone on the back line able to save that. And I believe they do. Jeep Girls is able to get their hand on the disc, sends it in to their teammate, while Quackless is able to receive it, trying his best to dance around the blue team as they do move up to the arena, but unfortunately it does clip up a Walker's head. And I've had that happen to me too many times to count, and it's definitely not the most fun thing to have happen. A couple attempts right now by blue team, but unfortunately it's not quite working out for them. We'll see if they're able to make anything happen here, and they are sending it deep in, hoping for the stacks to catch up, but looks like no one is there to receive it right now. Sizzle, again, able to get his hand on the disc, sends it in for the teammate. Mastermind in the very back, trying to think of a crazy plan. It has something developed right now, and it is working out for them. Looks like they do, actually it does not work out for them. They do get their pox picketed, and an almost beautiful attempt of a 3, but it does get saved by Mastermind and sent all the way through onto the Morning Crew side, and it is followed up by the blue stack as they move in real fast and high. Looks like Sizzle's there for the recovery, but he cannot do anything with it as he is stunned out. Looks like Morning Crew has a triple stack sending in, and it does work out for them. Quackless is able to get his hand on the disc, sends it deep in to Mark Ramsey. He tries to go for the 3 attempt, and it does get picked up by Mastermind. Again, Mastermind doing a really good job at maintaining, really good positioning for being the goalie, but also still being very maneuverable, right? Moving back and forth, keeping the plays open, and not really having any scores go in. Quackless, again, trying to go in for an attempt, goes in for the pass to Mark Ramsey, and he is able to finish that off with 2 points on the board for the Morning Crew. And we'll see if they're able to switch this up, and we'll see what Team Anthony's able to do.
30 seconds left. Almost 30 seconds left.
Yep, Team Anthony's able to have that coming out hot of the tunnels, trying to make something happen here. Tries to go in for the pass to Sizzle. Unfortunately, does go a little bit too wide, but it's fine. Anthony's there for the recovery. Sends it over to Tater Tots. Tater Tots trying to send it in, but he does get pickpocketed or picketed, whatever you want to say. I don't even know at this point. Sends it back to Spike. A lot of back and forth as they send it through, but the goalie is there for the recovery, and it looks like we are going to be closing out this round real soon. We'll see if they make anything happen here. They do not, and it looks like the round does, not just the round, the game goes to Team Anthony with a 24-14 goal line, and it looks like a pretty good game. A lot of back and forth. What are you thinking?
It was a good game. Obviously, much closer in the first game, but there was a lot of good strategy, a lot of good defense.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I did not know Tater Tots is she. Wow, I'm just gonna go like generic. I think at this point because I just really don't know. I really don't know some of these players. Anyways, I do have to hop off. I'm in the game right now, but I'll be back in a bit.
All right.
Yes, looks like we are going to promos, so we'll see y'all in a bit. I will see y'all in 2 games because I'll be playing in the game, but everyone else, y'all will see the casters in a couple of minutes.
Petunia's Gaming Village is a fun place for gamers to come hang out and play video games with current or soon-to-be friends. One of the things that makes us a bit unique is our hybrid approach to gaming. We try to set up multiple events throughout the week for various games on PC, console, and VR platforms. One of our staple events is Saturday Night Spirits for Echo VR, followed up by a rotating game that everyone votes on ahead of time. Lately, we've been getting anywhere from 20 to 30 players signed up for this event, and it is a lot of fun. Oftentimes, we're just hanging out on Discord voice chats. I'll hop onto a voice chat in the afternoon while playing a video game, and one by one, the group continues to grow. We have some playing games, some working, others driving home, and on occasion, 1 or 2 are doing homework. In a nutshell, PGV is a place where we want you to feel comfortable and have a good time. If you're not currently a member, we'd love to have you come check us out.
And welcome back. See, my name is Deadline. I'll be taking over Martini since he's playing on this game, right? Giggity?
He sure is.
Is he playing as a sub or is this his team is in?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm trying to get myself caught up right now. So
Caught up. What do you mean?
I had a 10-hour drive today, so I'm still kind of
10 hours from where?
from South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah, so but we have the Shrug team. Oh, they're going by Team Daylight now.
Oh, are
So
they?
it's Team Daylight versus Alliance.
Hmm. We need to update that.
I know, but I had it everywhere and I was down south. I couldn't do it, so I will.
It's like we need to update. As if I was actually able to update it.
I know. I have access to everything. I just have been
No, busy
incognito
10
for a while.
hours. I
And
can't
Hawk,
sit. I
thank you
can't
so
sit.
much for taking over Cam's. You're a lifesaver. Sorry, had to shout out to him.
Oh yeah, Hawks is always there. Kim's in clutch.
Yes, he does.
But no, like 10 hour drive. I can't sit that long at all. Like I'm the person that needs to keep on moving or do something active. Like at work, I did a little bit of office work whenever I was injured, and I couldn't sit there all day. I'm not a sit in the chair all day person.
I'm not either normally, but I just, it's easier to have the car down there and whatnot. So, yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Glad to have you back though.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
All
Very
right.
good to be back.
So looks like we're just waiting for the players to meet in the arena, and
Yeah,
it
I'm going to
seems,
ping them all.
yeah, seems like this is gonna be one heck of a match though too. We're having a lot of high players here.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see.
Hello, I'm back.
Hey, what's up?
Romeo?
Hi.
I didn't think you were gonna be here.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I can leave if you want me to.
Oh
No,
no, never,
no,
never.
stay.
No one said that, okay?
I actually
Yeah.
might
No one
go
intended.
because that would help with subs and I'm playing the next game. So,
Damn,
yeah,
Romeo,
no, that'd
look
be
at that. There you
amazing.
go. You had a scare. Damn it,
Thank
Romeo.
you. Thank you. And you're good for 9:30, right, Romeo?
Yeah, I should be able to fill in.
All right,
Cool.
now you go for it, Nagini.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank
Enjoy
you
the games.
for sure. How you been, bro?
I've been pretty good. Just playing Echo until it's gone, you know?
Playing Echo?
You've been doing the Beatrice thing with Martini? The Breachers
Yeah,
thing?
the beep.
How's that been?
The
I did the ding-a-ring-ling-a-ding thing
Oh, did
last
you?
cast. Yeah, it got me. I was like, what the heck?
See, dude, it's there. It's like no one believes
I'm gonna
me.
go
No one's
back
like,
and
nah,
do
you're
it
insane.
fine.
Just like comes out of nowhere. I hate it.
I think I tried to say ding ring, but I said like ding ding ring a ding or something weird.
Dude, that's exactly what I was
I
trying to
know
say. It just came out. My brain just had a brain fart, and it just like, yeah, that's what he meant to say. That's exactly what he meant to say. But no, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Breachers with Martini and the team, and we've been getting at it. Been liking it, loving it.
I'm interested how that's gonna go because I know Breachers is not the kind of game for me, but I like seeing it develop.
Yeah. So like you're saying, like it's not, like, you're not
Any
into
kind of
shooters.
shooter, yeah. I can't really do many shooters.
Can't do many shooters. Is it because you don't like it, or is it because like it's something like something
I
about it in VR?
something about it in VR is different. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know what it would take. I think it's the motion controls for me. I think that would have to change for me to enjoy it a bit more.
The motion controls. Like what would you want to see if you had the ability to like make a game, like a shooting game? Like what would you wanted to see?
Oh, I feel like my answer's stupid, but it's just gonna be like Echo, where like you
I
don't
know.
move with
Like
your
combat?
legs, you kind of like float around.
So like Echo Combat basically. is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
essentially.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't.
What? How? You haven't played Echo Combat?
No. Why? Is that weird?
That is kind of a little bit. Do you have a PC capable of playing VR PC?
I haven't tested it much. Like a couple years ago, I did, but I don't know if it's still good enough.
Okay. Well, if you do, and if you know, like you should totally, because it's free now. I think I remember. I think they brought it back. They brought it back, but they brought it for free, I believe. That was
I've heard that
in.
it's hard to find matches for it.
Oh well, yeah, because you
Oh,
know it's on
that
PC, so not
forever
that many
to queue.
people. So in
You go in
stand
there and you wait, you wait, you wait.
in standalone, yeah, in standalone, like a lot of more people would be available to take in for the matchmaking. But since it's like PC VR, that's not that many people
Hmm.
on it for it to be, you know, an abundant amount to be always having someone or always having a match. There is Discord where you can find people there, but like match queues are gonna take forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but even like if you find a friend, like you know here in the PGV server, even doing a 1v1 or a 2-on-2 is pretty fun.
Okay, I'll have to maybe I'll make an event for it later in the server, in the Discord server.
Yeah, see who pops up. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, like you know, something like that. Yeah, I would dig it. I would dig it.
Martian Tien says, "Let's play some old time robot football." I met him in real life
Robot
actually. We went to an arcade, like a bar arcade, and we played like I think it was Cyberball 2072. Like it was some arcade cabinet that was like I had never seen before.
So you played an arcade cabinet.
Yeah, it's like a bar out in Vegas that has like a bunch of old arcade games. It's really nice. We had a good time. See, Martian Man said they had a blast.
Old arcade games, I probably go in there and know them all.
Yeah,
Really?
we played a couple. We played I think we played NBA Jam, which I had not played in a cabinet ever, and that was pretty
That
fun.
wasn't a. That's a. Really?
Yeah, it was
It's a
like
cabinet game?
it was intuitive and it felt really good, which is like probably the reason it's a good game that people remember. I don't know, but I really liked it.
You know, I've never played that many arcade games, so it's like hard for me to tell. Like, is that like a good thing or is that like a rare thing to find like good controls in a arcade game?
I couldn't tell you. The only games I played are at that bar. Like I haven't had experience with a lot of cabinet stuff. I think my first console was the SNES.
SNES. Okay, so way back.
What about you?
Back. My first console was an Atari.
And Atari. And Atari. What was it? Pong? 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 That was the big thing, right? Pong for an Atari?
Pong Pong.
Pong Pong?
Echo is kind of like Pong, with like extra steps.
Yeah. Yeah, extra.
Like 5
Very,
player,
very extra.
10-player Pong.
And player Pong. In a 3-dimensional space. Alright, looks like we're starting out here. Again, looks like a pretty scary players in both teams, so let's see how this turns out. Expecting a good show here.
Do you know if
See if it's-
Martin's been playing at all?
I'm not sure on him. I know he's been on with the team a lot because we've been really busy
Okay.
these past couple of weeks. But beautiful passes back and forth between Donut and Martini. Donut is able to slam it in for 2 points.
Oh my bad. I was watching the Twitch stream and not the Spark link.
Yeah, you're way behind.
I'm gonna watch yours.
There you watch mine? Okay. Stalking my screen, I see how it is.
I am stalking your screen for the play-by-play.
Thanks. I feel very appreciated. Feel like I'm well known now.
That's a deep clear into PTSD who gets it knocked out into Zizzy. Zizzy doing a hard reset back into net. He's get the pressure on from PTSD, sending it low. Right into Donut Pirate's hands. But they're playing the backfield very strong. They're not scared to have it inside their half of the field, but they should be because Baz hits the bottom nest into that 3-pointer from 15. Yo,
That was beautiful.
I don't want to see that one again. I'm gonna watch that one on stream.
You don't want to watch that one on stream?
I do want to watch that one again.
Oh, you
on
do
stream.
want to watch that on stream.
Yeah, that was a
Okay,
good shot
replay.
from it too. Good job on cams. There's the next rollout with Martini. Here, you take blue. I'll do orange.
Big blue. All right, so we have Wilt back on the left side. Martini pushing back to Wilt passing back to Martini, who finds it over at CZ, who tries to pass it, but gets denied by that station. But Kong is still Kong is still able to get possession of it, but tosses it down and gets intercepted by Lost, who tosses it down the field.
Looks like someone's gonna pick it up into blue bubble. Baz has it, doing some geo-juking on that backboard, making that flip around, grabbing every single side of that pocket before they dunk it top.
He gave him a little show before he put in it.
Yeah, I can touch this corner. And this one.
And this one.
I don't think he touched all 4, did he? I saw 3 touches. I'm watching it now. 1,
so,
2, 3, and then he dunked the top. Okay.
Dunked it. Alright, looks like we have ZZ going with the disc, ducking it down, trying to get away, but Baz is able to knock him down, and King is able to recover that disc, who's able to find a beautiful 3-point backboard. Beautiful.
Very fast paced. They are not hesitating. I don't remember Alliance being this strong before. They're showing really well.
Let's see. See what we got. See how ZZ going for disc, looking around, taking his time, trying to find passes around, finds with Khan. Bow tie with Khan throwing it up on the orange side, way up above, and now in the position of King.
Is it, what is your name? King, you said?
I'm saying King.
King? It's like K1 and 3.
K1. I'll just say
Dash.
K1.
I would say King.
King. See.
Maybe.
Okay. Elite speak, King.
Beat speak. Anyway, this is fight for the disc. He's able to get position
No,
and slap
Baz
it.
gets that slap.
Was it Baz?
Yeah.
What was
Baz.
Baz Baze.
Zizzy. All these names.
ZZ, I know, right?
King
It's
with it on the
being
wall,
unique.
looking for that cross pass, but sends it deep low into Baz's hands. Baz going for that dunk. Oh no, it's a top cut into PTSD, who gets that dunk into a little bit of a switcheroo into that top pocket area, top area.
It's like so smooth too, like butter. You just,
Yeah. Didn't panic.
it's like it was planned way beforehand, you know?
Man, these cams are going crazy. I'm watching it like on the Twitch stream a couple of seconds later. It's really good. Hawk's
It's like
doing
a little
it.
replay.
Yeah.
It's like, Rev, can I get a review on that one?
I am getting live reviews on this. I get to review it. Oh, as I say that, he's like locked onto the scoreboard.
Dasta says it's King, he can't spell.
Okay, PTSD trying to hit that corner pocket, but it gets put into Baz's hands. Baz is going on that stealing, juking, or no, just floor juking. Yeah, shot. They're putting up points like nobody's business.
Yeah, they're really confidently diving into that boval and going straight for what they're meant to do, is just go straight to the goal, make a shot.
I think Daylight's team, the Team Daylight, needs to get their rollouts a little bit more clean, because I see like some hesitation when they come out of bubble and they just get pressured immediately.
Let's continue. Let's see what they keep on doing. See if racks up some points here too. Just needs 1 point to keep the morale and momentum going. But it gets intercepted by King, who tosses it down field. And well, actually a pass to Baz, and I'll let you take over from here.
Baz sends it to PTSD, who's floating mid, but sees an open net and takes it in for 3.
Quickly, like these points are racking up quick.
Okay, now they have to sit 2.
Yep.
Let's see how they hold up on a. I guess it's like a 3v4 if both teams are permitting. Oh, they have to sit 2.
That's 2 points. 2 more points. And then it'll be able to sit out the 2 players.
Okay. 14 for 2 people to sit. Got it.
Yeah, because it was like 7 for 1, and then was it 7? No, 14.
Yeah, I think it's just
14.
like double the points. Yeah,
Yeah.
7-14. King into the goalie's hands. Khan reaction time.
Will's able to get possession of that disc and be able to toss it left side, but gets back in the position of King. But King is almost lost it. Azizi's right behind him, stuns him. It almost gets a headbutt shot in it, but is able to find the disc, passes to Martini, cutting inside and getting those 2 sweet points, bringing it a 15-on-4.
Hey, looking at chat, Sir Trees. He redeemed a hydrate.
Yes.
Hydrate. Thank you, Sir Trees.
Thank you. Ah, beautiful water. Alright, looks like we have King able to swipe it out, but Will's able to tap it out of his hands. But PT is able to get possession of this, be able to be on the ceiling, taking this time, trying to find a quick pass, finds one right across with Baz. Baz now doing the same thing, taking his time, pushing himself back, trying to get his team in position. Finds one on the left wall. Now moving into left shoulder. King is moving around, trying to juke the enemy, trying to juke that defense. Finds one at shield. Baz is able to juke around the shield, confidently going away in, but gets denied by Wilt and gets slapped away, but gets right back to the orange and onto King's hand, is able to take it 2 points from behind the goal. It's like a beautiful chaos. Let's see.
One more point. Let's see if they can get it. Anthony's team was not able to get the 2-player sitting advantage off last match. So I'm curious if Alliance is gonna be able to do it this time. King floating in up and down, weaving that disc around into PTSD who gets that. And I think that's it. We finally get to see the 2 people sit. So it's going to be a 3v5. It's going to change the dynamic a lot. And that third person has to sit all the way back in net over by that front end of bow tie.
For
Is
sure.
this the first 3v5 that we've had?
No.
No, I
No?
don't believe so.
Well, I know that
Once or
Okay.
twice, yeah.
twice. Okay.
Alright, looks like we have CZ on left station, juking around, trying to find a pass. Finds it with Martini. Martini finding another pass on left side to Dona. Dona making a long shot.
Good shot. That was a lot of pressure on
Nice
that stack.
3-point.
Lot of pressure. And was able to get that shot off, making it 3 points. That was beautiful. And a 17.
So it's 12. Okay, so they're
Put
back
it with
at 4
Pepper
players.
on that one. Which brings it right back. So now they would be able to have 4 players on the field for Alliance.
Good juke by King, but they get stunned out by Wilt. Wilt gets that high. They have options, high bubble.
Dona is able to pass, tries to pass it down, trying to find a cut pass, but is unable to connect. Now into the Baz's hands, who clears down left side, possibly to the goalie.
They only have the
Able
one.
to get time,
photo.
but
They
the
have-
stack might be able to get it, and King is able to get possession of that disc, who resets it right back to Baz. Baz floating upwards, jumping, juking around, trying to move the defense around. King being able to find a pass on the right side with King, but King gets stunned out, and Martini is able to get possession of that disc, and is able to pass it with ZZ. Now ZZ with possession, just moving it up forward. Possible pass or clear, bounce clear from the bottom. Either way, gets back to the possession orange with Loss, who passes it left tunnel with PT. PT able to duck around the blue for that oncoming stack. Baz able to get possession of the disc. Baz juking around, trying to move around that defense. Tries to find a pass to PT for a cut, but is unable to connect as PT gets stunned down. And Z is able to get the possession and stack with Wilt for a dribble play. ZZ confidently making his way up the bubble, making a long bumper
Yo, in
shot
his
from
face.
Shield in his face, bringing it 2 points for
That was
daylight.
such a fast throw. It was like you blink and the disc is in the net.
It's like, what happened?
I'm not gonna pass on that. Is it open?
Beautiful play.
Alright.
Let's see if Alliance is able to come back with their own point.
So Baz QBing, sending it low deep into Daylight's hands. Baz getting that reset back into the table, getting some more passes through. A little bit of word bounce, but they get their hands on it. King is able to carry it and just like juke around some floating blue people. Sidestep to the side, we'll give it to him for Baz. Another 2-pointer.
Now, does a sidestep consider as room like boundary abuse?
Whether or not it's
Well,
boundary
within
abuse,
your-
I see.
In your if you're within your, depends on where
Within-
you're at on your boundary. You can step pretty far if you're on one side and step to the other, and you're still within your play space.
Still within your play space? Okay.
I think there is a way to track it, but whether or not it's place-based abuse, I see that Alliance is moving a lot more with the disc. They're like
100%. Their body
they're-
movement is like you can see their body movement way quicker.
and
There-
that'll
I
definitely
think
give you an
Spark-
advantage.
Spark records.
You said Spark
will
records.
record I can't talk. Spark will record play space abuse, but that's not a conclusive. From what I have been told, I'm not sure. That's not a conclusive thing.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It's recorded me doing play space abuse. I
Oh
couldn't
my
play
God,
space
Martini slams it.
Well, able to make that, that pass with under pressure and able to connect it to Martini, who's able to slap it in. That was Beautiful.
I just like the no hesitation on that dunk. It was like, it's in now.
I got it. I know what to do with it. Beautiful. And as we see Alliance trying to go for a quick play with a headbutt, but isn't able to connect.
One
And
more,
he's
more.
trying to do a cool shot by flipping around the pole, but isn't able to connect to that goal.
I wanted to see that last second shot.
That would have been cool. That would have been cool. But he didn't make it in, so it wasn't cool. See, that was cool right there. That was cool. But it's not the match anymore, so there's no pressure now. But that does bring it to 21-11. And so far, you know, Daylight's been bringing it back though. Like
Yeah,
They've been
they
bringing it
got
back.
to breathe a little bit during that 3v5 part. They like there was no pressure on the offensive Joust. They could just take their time. So I think they gave them a little bit of time to like figure each other out and get their chemistry going. Because
Sure.
every time when I saw Blue attacking that offensive Joust, I guess the front stack was pushing the QB a lot harder than Alliance. Alliance was pushing Daylight harder than Daylight was pushing Alliance on offense, is what I'm trying to say.
For sure. And being able to be able to utilize the geos around them, be able to move around, being able to get around that defense, and even move that defense to the way they wanted it to find a better opening for their team.
You're
for a
right.
better
They did do
path.
that when he like he did like the he was just floating up, but he jumped up with like his like he like ducked and jumped, and I saw like 4 blue people move around in the bubble.
For sure. But Daylight you also bringing it in with like beautiful passes as they were moving it up, and we saw a lot of them once they got to that bubble. They were very deadly, and especially deadly from afar away. They're making a lot of long shots too. So
Ooh,
beautiful
step
play from both
jabs.
sides.
Ooh, good pass though. I like that. Will gets their hands on it. They're holding it on the floor, waiting for their team to get through to their side. Donut being that patient cross pass, just waiting for it. Martini on that shoulder, but gets stunned out. Sent high across to King's hands. King looks like they're trying to send it into bubble. That might have been a shot on, can't tell. King gets it from their own clear. A little bit of up and down action into right pocket. Goalie right pocket, left pocket for us.
Damn, I didn't throw it. That's fine.
Psychotic says Alliance is using a lot of duck / jump and preloading from what it looks like. Plus, Baz is like tall, and I had to look up at him when I met him in Denver. Haha. So yeah, 100%.
Okay, we have more intel now.
Until
Baz
we
is
have the
tall.
behind the scenes, you know. We have the knowledge now. But yeah, no, for sure. Like we said, a lot of body movement, and what a shot! Donut looking at his hands, trying to see if there's something wrong with him.
I
was
do
like-
that too. I look at my hands. I'm like, how did that?
How did that happen? How did that slip through? Did I have butter here? Did I leave what I ate last time?
I got
What?
butter on the controllers. That's
I
a
got
good game
butter.
move.
I got chicken grease all over them. What happened? I do the same too. But let's see, with Donut having possession of this, being able to pass it down to Wilt, looks like they're doing a lot of cross passing, trying to move that front strikers out of the way. Beautiful positioning by Daylight, being able to make these cross passes. Martini going for a bounce shot under and gets it in for 2 points.
Nice.
Beautiful passing by Daylight. Bringing it in, and they're bringing it in.
Ooh, I'm getting lag spikes. Hold on.
Getting lag spikes. It's because he's West Coast. I'm just joking. Alright, looks like Kings and PT are able to do a dribble play. They're trying to bring it up as much as they can. Now King separating, trying to give him a pass. But he finds with Baz on top. But is then able to connect with Martini right on him, stun him, get the disc from him. Martini passing it to Khan. Khan back to Martini. Martini was not able to connect with him and gets fumbled down and now into the hands of Baz, who brings it up, trying to stun Wilt, but is able to stun him, but is able to get the and also able to get the disc back, trying to find a pass to King. King gets stunned out, and now the disc is fumbled, but Baz is able to recover it right back, moving around that arena, trying to get his way inside, almost finds it, and almost makes a Kobe shot from backboard, but it hits a ding ring from the back. I didn't say the other thing. Oh my god. But now it is a chase for that disc, but the goal, not the goalie, but Jeff is able to get possession of that disc and clear it right back, and gets bounced into PT's hands. PT trying to fend off 2 players, but is unable to, and gets the steal and the reset back to Donut. And Khan is able to get the disc and be able to play it slowly upwards. Khan moving it up forward. Tries to juke around Baz, but Baz gets the hands on him. But Khan's able to get it right back after Baz dropped it, but gets right into the hands of the goalie on Jeff, and who sends it right back on the left side.
Very quick stack pressure. They're staying together pretty well too.
100%. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of passing from Daylight too, but you know, Alliance is right there to give him a lot of pressure.
Short
Back
pass
it.
into King. King getting that stack pressure, getting that reset back into the same trap wall. Floating high, getting a little bit of preload jump action. A lot of swinging. High reset to nobody because there's no 4th player, unfortunately. But Daylight is there to stack to it and get to it immediately. Will with the cut to Donut. Donut dancing
What
around
a
to get
save.
stopped by Baz, but they would just get tapped in by ZZ.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
That's a good save though. It was like the hand in the perfect spot.
Hand in the perfect spot. Beautiful save, but you know, came right back.
Let's see, 26 to 15. That's 11-point difference. Martini and Khan staying stacked in that tunnel, and then just sent deep into Wilt, but Wilt scuffs it into that bottom ding ring pocket. Martini trying to get the toes, gets the toes, but not a lot of boost. Yeah, just a hard reset for Daylight. Gets a nice little passing play going. Yeah, they're stacked immediately. They're ready.
Yeah, they're ready. Just like in case like anything happens, they're ready right there. And it looks like they were ready for that with Baz being able to get possession of the disc, but not able to get that connection to the goal. And King is able to get the disc, but gets stunned out, and Baz is able to get it right back, trying to snag him around. But Will is able to get possession of that disc and steal it from him and toss it down, but it gets bounced right back and into the hands of Baz, who slaps it right up onto
Good slap by Baz into PTSD, who sends it to shoulder, but nobody's there for that pickup. But ZZ grabs it and sends it out.
And now we have Wilt and Martini going for the disc. Martini's able to get possession of that disc. Finds a pass to Wilt. Wilt pushing it in to the goal for 2 points. Beautiful.
Martini's
like-
sharing is caring because that was an open net.
Yeah, because right when Wilt had it, man, there was 2 goalies there.
open, and then it's just like you guys have 3 people on.
Okay, let's see.
Beautiful play by them, though.
So like they're doing splits. Still 1 through middle, 1 through right. Connects right into Baz's hands. Baz sending it deep low into that's PT. PT getting picked by 4 players. Yeah, it looks like stacks are broken.
It's a hurt.
Float through.
And as we see, Martini having a possession of that disc, passes it to Con, passes it down to Wilt, but is unable to connect. Now it's not floating on the
slapped by the
ceiling, and is
goalie.
able to slapped. But Martini's able to get back on that possession, passes it back to Wilt, but gets bopped in the head by King and is able to deflect
Good
it away
slap
from the
by
goal.
Alliance.
Beautiful, but it comes right back though. And in the possession of, almost the position of Wilt. Now it's a chase for the disc. Martini's able to get possession of that disc, finds it with Con cutting around. Con
There it
is able to slap it, and not slap it, slam it into the goal.
God, I saw the hands and the movement. I'm like, ooh, they're gonna get a taste of medicine.
I was like, not yet, not yet, not yet, now.
Now.
Now. Beautiful
Alright,
play.
yeah, they put some points on the board. It is not the same match it was
Oh,
in the first
No,
round.
no, not the
King
same.
sending it slow right into PT's hands. PT getting pushed immediately and just stunned out. On with the disc. A little bit of a hesitation on that bounce shot. Not able to find the right angle, but it's going to be a selfie into Wilt's hands. Wilt sending it into goal, but gets picked by King. King, good control.
Good control, and as we have a fight for the disc with Con, PT able to get that disc and clear it down right side, but Blue is right behind it and able to get possession with ZZ. ZZ trying to find a reset and finds it with Donut. Donut now taking his time, trying to find a pass, trying to find his team, and ZZ is able to connect with it, and ZZ is able to pass it to Con. Con being able to pass it left side. Look at these guys, Daylight being able to position themselves to be like these cross passes. I love it. But King is able to get the disc.
King going that low mid route, bouncing high. Daylight bubble, but he gets slapped in the shield. Still could be anybody's. Do they have anybody back there? Looks like I think that's King. Yeah, King's trying to read it, but can't get it. Baz geo-juking for that deep pass into PT, drawing out the goalie for the open 3.
Beautiful play.
Having that like 10-point lead up for a while. I think. I don't know. But I'm not even sure what Daylight needs to do at this point because they're just Alliance is playing clean. Like I just don't know what to say. You know.
They've been doing well. Just getting the connecting these passes. As we see a lot of interceptions, like Baz right here, being able to get the disc, passes to PT, making a questionable long shot to a goalie with a backboard. But is either way unable to connect, and Baz is able to get possession of that disc, who now juking around trying to find his way in, but gets what looks like, did it ding from the inside of the ring? Or the goal? Or am I tripping? I think I'm tripping. Did that...
Hold on, I'll look it up on
ref, replay. But either way,
I missed it.
Oh, you missed it. But BT is able to, wants to do a long shot, but Donut is right there to stop it. And tries to pass it to Martini. Martini is able to get that position of that disc and floating upwards, trying to find his team. And again, his team is positioning himself in such a way to be able to be a cross pass, which is very beautiful to see. But
King coming from nowhere with the leash, just sending it into wall.
100%. Into
Baz's hands. Baz holding on that disc for a really long time with the pressure on him. PT getting that cross pass. PT holding it, seeing no pressure now, so they can take a little bit of time to see where their teammates are. Just a little bit of juking for that open pass. And I see one going ceiling. That's going to be the deep cut. Let's see if he takes a shot on it. Gets picked by Wilt. Wilt sends it clear.
Clear. Now it is a chase for that disc. Zizi is able to get possession of that disc and able to clear it left side. Martini right there, be able to get the disc, but right where the PT and what looked like King right behind it on his butt. But Martini dunk did not.
I didn't get to see it.
Nah.
Connect.
Makan is able to get that disc and is able to connect with Donut.
I love that reset.
I love these resets. Like, you love to see it. It's just like gives such a big breathing room. But
every time I compliment the resets, it usually goes bad. So I think I'm not going to do that anymore. But I do like.
Stop jinxing it.
I am jinxing it.
PT going for a dunk. And no, actually ducking to go for an inside shot. Close to that pocket, too.
That's a hard angle. He was like coming at it from like a 90-degree.
For sure.
You can do that.
Yeah, they really ran away with this one toward the end. It's looking more like the first round again, but I like that Daylight was able to put more points on the board. I like seeing that. Like seeing the little fancy moves from Khan and Martini.
For sure. I mean, I think it's like the warm up, you know, like any other sport, like anything you do. Like the more you play it, the more you like feel your body warm up, the better you play. Do you notice that? Like even in a game, like VR.
Oh yeah, it usually takes me like 30 minutes before I can actually play the game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's like the perfect sweet spot I've learned.
Yeah, like I tend to like turn the AC off and like keep my body up that way, cause like if I keep it cool from the outside, you know, then I feel like stiff. I feel like my body.
No, it's like 100 degrees outside. I'm not turning the AC
off.
I'm
I turn my AC off so I can warm up quicker.
No,
yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes. 100%.
Drenched in sweat.
It's the best, bro. Sweating is the best. Bad's a little bit of juking, trying to get around that defense, moving his hand around. Almost finds the goal. Almost finds the connection to the goal, but has the ring right there to ding that disc out of the goal. But Baz is still able to get possession of that disc and now floating around.
He said, "No, I don't need a pass.
I don't need a pass," but he does.
PT taking that clock, taking their time. Yep.
But finds that 2 points in the last few seconds of this game. But again, what a beautiful game by these players. It was such a show.
Yes,
very
GG
intense play. GG's. Big GG's.
I think I have to leave again. Am I
You have
out?
to leave?
Hold on. I'm subbing for a match again. That's the
Gotcha.
thing we were talking about.
Yeah, I think I have Martini and Luna.
Yeah.
Right?
You should be good. You have friends.
I have
Also,
friends. I have people.
just another prop to another props to Black, BT Black. Amazing camps. I was just watching it casually on the Twitch stream after every score, and it's really good.
BT's always good with cams.
BT's the best.
BT is the GOAT.
Yes. Let's go to the promo. Check out the other stuff we have going on in PGV.
following Jose as he
Yes.
heads to the Wyvern Scar on a moth, ladies and gentlemen. We are documenting this via video for the world to see.
Alright.
Okay, so is the goal to get an egg or just to make it through?
Get an egg. Just to make sure I get chased.
Okay,
Alright.
there's some,
ready?
Yep. Do your thing, boss.
About to start.
You got this. Don't die.
Let's go.
He's out. He's flying. He's going.
Oh shit!
Oh, he got hit.
I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm hit.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
ton
shit.
There's only about 8 of them, Jose. You can do this.
Oh no. Come on, Yudi. Fuck him up. Ugh.
You've got this.
My dino feels uneasy.
You've got this. Wait, you got hit by Beauty and.
Yeah.
Oh, Poppy, I don't think you're gonna make it. You got this. Come on, keep going.
Ooh. Not dead yet. Not dead yet.
Oh, I might be.
Bunker down. Bunker down. Bunker down. Bunker down. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh no, she's it. Is it?
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, good try.
So close, Poppy. So close.
Made it out.
I was getting to him, I promise.
Hello, welcome back to more Echo Rec League Season 2. We have Guinea's Groove, I think, versus
Holy socks.
Holy
Holy
socks.
Holy
Socks.
Socks. Nice.
It's been a mix. Like, is it Guinea Groove? Is it Guinea Gang? Is it Guinea what?
It has been
Guinea's
changing
Groove.
names.
Oh, is it because Guinea's on her? Okay, that's
Yeah,
kind
this
of
is the
funny
Guinea
actually.
team. It's
Guinea team.
her and her boys.
Oh, I love that. I think I said this last season. I was like, oh, I like that. The Nagini stack, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Guinea stack.
Yeah, base and Future be pretty good together.
100%. It's that brotherly connection, you know. As we say time and time again.
It does make sense. It runs in the blood, I guess, at this point, right?
Runs in the blood.
Oh, looks like we're starting.
Looks like we're starting with a 4-on-5.
Somebody dropped? Who dropped?
Someone might have dropped.
Oh, it's the Guinea that dropped.
Either way, looks like with Holy Socks are able to get possession of that disc. Rice is able to get possession and be able to toss it down to Fart God. Fart God moving his way up, looking behind him, seeing where his team's at, seeing where the enemy is at. Finds Rice right there at goal, and Rice able to make it. Staying still right there, and be able to just turn around and make those 2 points for Holy Socks.
Yeah, they're off to a pretty good start, you know. I mean, considering they do have 5 versus 4, it does make sense. So we'll see if the Guinea's groove can make anything happen until the Guinea's able to get back in the game. But we'll see what happens. It looks like Guinea's groove is moving up, slowly trying to have some things connect, but they're not quite working out for them right now as they do get into the blue bubble, but they are picked up by Holy Socks. They try to clear it out, but it does get sent back to their orange team as they try their best to recover and get their hand on the disc. And man, that disc is just kind of slowly floating everywhere today right now, right? Does get sent all the way through onto Guinea's Groove's side, but it does get picked up by Shake and Bake as she does send it back, but it comes back again. Wow. Definitely a lot of back and forth right now with that disc, right?
Doesn't want to leave.
It's not quite sure where it wants to go, you know? Yeah.
Like, who should I be in the hands of? No.
Guinea's Groove or Holy Socks. I gotta wait till the Guinea's back in before I can really do anything.
I gotta really decide, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But we see Base having possession of that disc and floating upwards. Finds a beautiful pass to Purple, whom Purple confidently pushes that bubble in for those 2 points. Again, the brotherly connection.
Down a player too.
And with down a player. Yeah, bringing it still on a 2-on-2 early on in this round. But let's see.
I'm trying to watch the chat to see if they need anybody.
I'm watching. I haven't seen anything.
See, holding themselves off pretty good. But we still have Fart God on the bottom, being able to get possession of that disc. Finds a pass to Martian Man coming up. Tries to go for a pass, but coincidentally goes into for a backboard long shot for 3 points.
That was actually a fake out pass. I think we all knew.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding. I mean, it could be. I don't know.
Could have been, would have been. Maybe it was a shot. Maybe it was a pass. Either way, we know for a fact it's 3 points, bringing them 2-5.
Yes, it is. We'll see what Guinea's group does as they do finally have the Guinea in, and they are down 3 points. We'll see if they can bring it back together and get a couple more points on the board right now. As it does get sent back onto Guinea's group side. She can make trying her best to get her hand on this, but it's fine. Orange Stack is there to receive it for her, send it to their teammates potentially for the follow-up, and it does get picked up by the Orange Stack. Base is there, hot on the trail of the disc, going in slowly, goes in for the hard shot, and does score 2 points on the board. However, they are still down 1 point.
Guinea's Groove doing great.
Guinea Groove holding themselves up for a good while with like 1 man down.
Yeah, I think honestly now that Guinea's in, they're definitely going to get way more in the groove. We'll see how it goes. She is definitely holding the team down, as we all know. And it is now stuck on Orange's side as they're trying their best to clear the disc out. Shake and Bake, the goalie just coming back to get her hand on the disc and send it out. Base trying his best to get his hand on the disc as the blue stack does stun him out. Now we have the triple stack going back and forth, trying to keep the disc on their side, sending it down to Atheos. Is that Atheos? That's an interesting way of spelling that. Sorry, just saw that. Does get sent back to the blue goalie as they are to recover it and trying to send it to Farka, but he does miss the reception, unfortunately. But Thrice is there for the recovery, looking around, trying to send it in. And it does get onto Orange's side, and I don't know, man. This Guinea's group, they're looking like they're definitely getting the group. It's looking a little hard right now. You know, Holy Socks are doing very well, but they're starting to struggle now, trying to score. What do y'all think about that?
Definitely putting in some pressure into them. Now that they had a little bit more, they had a lot of breathing room at the beginning, but now that they have 1 more person up in there, being able to cover more, they've been having a little bit more of a hard time getting these passes together. But as we see kind of Shake having to be able to get possession of that disc and tossing it right side of Base. Base able to get that disc right back from the Holy Socks, trying to find a pass. Is not able to connect, but Holy Socks right on their tail with the stack. able to get possession of that disc and toss it to the right side to Atheist, who's now floating upwards, looking behind to make sure there's not a stack, enemy stack, and also trying to find his teammates, trying to look for a pass. Finds one cross with Rice. Rice trying to go for a cut, but gets stunned. Martian gets stunned out and isn't able to connect that pass, and now in the hands of Base, who clears it left side.
It does
Good
get sent
acknowledge-
deep into. Oh, sorry. Were you saying something?
Very good. Good acknowledgement from Holy Socks knowing to reset and back up there for a sec because their bubble was not ready in that extra second.
Yeah, you underestimate like the simplicity of a simple reset, but it does so much to give the team such a big breathing room to, you know, step back and push back forward and do something with it. Maybe differently, or you know, just enough breathing room to catch their breath and go back in it. Let's see.
Yeah, but it looks like they are brawling for the disc right now, trying their best to keep it on the blue side. And I think we've gone a couple minutes now without any scores. As mentioned earlier, Guinea's Groove, they are really holding it back. At least holding Holy Socks back from being able to score. And it looks like Holy Socks is doing the same thing to them. But right now, it looks like it's still in the blue bubble. Purple Prince kind of come in, does miss the shot off the back of the board. But it's fine. It's still recovered by Base. Base goes in for Chuckles. Chuckles sends it to Nagini. Nagini looking out for some possible passing options. Sends it to her son. Looks around. Sends it to the backboard. Pass. No. Nope. Once it goes a little bit wide, but it's fine. Nagini stack is in there to receive it and keep the disc in play. And Chuckles is ready. Looking around. Trying to get a score on. And it does get picked up by the goalie. Beautiful recovery. And it's not quite out yet, though. It's going back and forth, and Blue is trying their hardest to get the disc out of their bubble, and they are succeeding.
Both teams are putting so much pressure between each other, and they're making sure no one gets a score on this round is what it looks like. And yes, Naticus, lots of stunts are happening here because both teams are being very aggressive and not wanting that disc go into any goal at this point. In fact, the opposite goal. But ooh, Purple is able to stun them out, able to steal the disc right there, and being able to shove that disc right into the goal for 2 points for Guinea Groove.
I think the goalie got dragged out of net with the disc in their hand, and then Purple came up, stunned them both, and just threw it in.
What a play. And now Guinea Groove up by 1 point. Now in the lead.
Oh, goalie self-pass. Goalie's retreating, stack pressure on. Purple sending that into post, getting an unfavorable bounce into Thrice's hands. Thrice stacking, looking to stack cross, but not able to connect. A little bit of misconnection. Chuckles with a slow pass into Purple. Purple taking that shoulder shot. That was spicy. I like that.
He put some pepper on that one. God damn. What a beautiful pocket by Purple. Being able to make an anchor shot from that long distance.
Very good.
Seems like Guinea Groove is wanting to increase that gap now that they have the lead. But let's see if the Holy Socks are able to do something about it. As we see a left kerfuffle of the disc and not being able to connect, but Orange Team is able to get the disc.
Not just you with the kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. That's how you. How else would you say that?
I mean, I would not think kerfuffle, but
I think
I would think scuffle first before kerfuffle.
I'm hungry right now. I'm thinking of chips. I'm thinking of Lay's. I'm thinking kerfuffle. I don't know what kerfuffle.
Man, I am trying to figure out my dinner tonight, and I am struggling. But it's fine. I'll figure out at some
My
point.
stomach is
Don't
actually
kerfuffle for
growling
dinner.
right now, and I'm like keeping quiet, making sure it doesn't pick up in the mic.
Waffled Life, this is the first round, so they do have another full round after this. So we do have some time still for
as well.
Holy Socks to do well, but looks like they're fine on their own. They don't need the second round. They're already doing it in this round, and it's looking real good for them.
I think
They
Miss
put down
Panda
fast.
is a sub for them. Does anybody know?
Say that again. Sorry.
I think Miss Panda is a sub for them.
Miss Pan, I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I know. You know, I accidentally mixed up Miss Panda with Panda Cub the other day when I was playing Fortnite with them, and I was so mad. I'm like, "Hey, Panda," and then she talked. I'm like, I don't recognize that voice.
Yeah, it's a big
and then who else was? Someone else was. I think it was Raijin. He's like, yeah, that's not the same one. I'm like, oh no.
like you goofed up.
Man, it's so hard. If I don't know all these people like perfectly, like I go by like simple parts of their name, right? Panda, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna mess it
Oh,
up.
do you want to know a joke Natasha told me today?
Go for it.
She said, "What do you call a group of pandas?"
I honestly can't even think of something funny.
An embarrassment.
You're gonna be there first.
Uh,
I don't know. I'm
The-
sorry, I can't. I'm gonna be honest. You might need to explain the joke to me.
Okay. So like pandas are like bears, right?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got it. They're so
Oh.
clumsy. They're so
I
clumsy.
think
they
it was
get
better when
embarrassed.
Tasha told it. I'm just gonna let her hold on to that one.
Oh. Is
It's
this
just
one of
so
those? You had to be there. You had to be there. And it looks like Holy Socks is totally doing well the first round. Get 2 more points on the board by Fart God. Definitely some interesting names tonight on the Holy Socks team. I'll definitely say that for sure. As they sink it in. Looks like they're doing well. Looks like do y'all think they're gonna be able to cross over though, or are they just closing in this lead?
They might be able to if they're on like whenever you're like going on with points after points after points, you feel like that motivation to keep on going forward, and you feel better about yourself. But the more you do, the more confidence you get in yourself, the overconfident you might become. But who knows? On this play, anything can happen.
Very cheeky play. Not even going for the dish, just holding that block and then letting the goalie grab it.
I was gonna say, I don't know if y'all noticed the ender pass off to the goalie, because that would have been wasn't that kind of risky? Because I don't think it touched the orange team. If it went in, it would have been a goal.
When have you not been an Echo and not done a risky play? Like, come on.
Yeah, you're telling me, man.
It's like
You're
you're
telling me.
itching for those risky plays because if it goes in through and goes in well, it looks good.
You're like, clip it. I got it on the stream. I'll be fine.
All
Yep.
right.
Ooh, getting that leech off. Getting a slap, but no shot. Purple getting one last shot at that 3-pointer, but hits shoulder.
Yeah, it's rejected by that shoulder.
And it looks like they cannot get the disc in even after the round is over. And we just saw what we were talking about. I don't know if y'all saw it. Looks like Base tried to do a slap 3-pointer off the backboard. Did not work out. Unfortunately, those risky plays don't always work out. And it looks a little funny when you miss them. But man, do they make great clips when they go in.
For the clip.
Do it for the clip. I'm dead.
Do it for the clip. Do a flip. No, yeah, but they were able to clutch up and get it really close because it looks like Guinea Groove was gonna run away with it with the leading that gap after they got the lead, and they're still in the lead, but the Holy Sox were able to close up that gap and bring it to a close game on 10-9. So I'm excited to see it can go both ways of who can take this lead for this last round.
For sure. Guinea's Groove, their momentum did slow down towards the end of that round.
Is a sub for Holy Socks.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ref. It's always good to have you there. Yeah, that last game he was watching our replays. Like, wait, hold on, we need to confirm what happened there. It was pretty great. That would be cool to have a replay though.
A little replay, replay feature would be cool.
I saw
Thinking about it.
once. There was
Don't know if it's in the budget, but think about it.
That happened before, but I think we didn't use it again for a while. That was way back in the day. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Holy Sox is off to a good start. They do get the disc in their hand for just a couple seconds. And actually, that's wrong. A couple more seconds as Atheist is able to receive it, but it does get passed off incorrectly. And it is cleared out onto blue side into the blue bubble. And the goalie's there to not receive it. But it's fine. You got the... No, it's not fine. It looks like... Never mind. It's going back and forth. I can't... Someone make a decision.
Yeah, you can just see the herd. The herd just going for the disc, the herd just going for the stun. It's
I thought something was going to happen, and then it didn't, and then something else happened, and then it kept doing that 4 or 5 times over.
Right, but still Far Cry is able to get possession of that disc, and it is on the orange side, now trying to find a pass. Tries to do a bounce pass, but gets intercepted, but still in the hands of blue, and Bryce is able to get that disc, who slams apparently gets slam dunk on my screen. But now does a long shot, ducking a bit, and giving a good old swing right into the goal for 2 points. Making Holy Socks now in the lead by 1 point.
I still like that bounce pass the Farka tried to do.
The bounce brat?
Bounce pass.
Yeah, it almost worked. It just was a little, either the teammate wasn't able to see it sooner or was a little too far. That way the goalie could respond, right? But normally, you know, if your teammate was a little bit higher, it could have worked out.
100%. Yeah, especially because he had one in front of him, so he was out in the open. He couldn't really do much. So the only other option would have been that bounce pass, but it wasn't able to connect.
That
But,
or
yep.
solo the whole team. Come on, Deadline. I think we know
Oh
we know
my
how it is by
God.
now.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
What are you
just
trying to
solo
say?
the whole team, that
What are you
easy.
trying to say?
I'm not saying anything.
What are you trying to say?
Is this like some creatures lore? What's happening?
No.
That should be the
No,
opposite,
this
actually.
is related to Echo, yeah.
Which
I recall
we
Deadline
haven't
pulling
played
off
on
a
it.
couple risky plays back in his Echo days. Just me?
What?
Or
Oh my God!
Really?
You saying like I retired?
was there a Mandela effect here, as everyone just forgot? Was it just me?
Oh, you must be living in the universe where Deadline solos all the time.
Yeah. I never do that.
Oh, okay. I'm mistaken. I misspoke.
I think you're mistaking the other guy.
I-
What was his name? Starts with the V.
Some sort of snake, I think. I don't know.
Some sort of snake. I don't remember.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
y'all are terrible. Whatever.
Atheist getting that tunnel hard reset into that deep root pass and more connecting passes into Martian Man. Martian Man into, I think everybody touched the disc on that one. Just didn't end well. I like that.
Yeah, it's just like the passes end so like beautifully, and then that like last part, that last little stretch just goes.
Yep. That's why I don't like being the last one to score. I like the second to last.
I
part.
was like, not me, not me.
Yeah, I like
Nah.
giving it to the person who is gonna score. I
It's
like
not
giving
gonna
that
be
to the last pass.
They're going like a lot of back and forth. It seems like we're getting a little bit of a repeat of what we had in the first round. Like both teams picking it up, not letting anyone score. But we are seeing something happen. Oh, never mind. Not able to connect with Farkgod, and the goalie is able to get possession of that disc and toss it to the right side. But the Holy Socks, as Atheist, able to get that possession, but gets bounced right back into the tunnels, right across the other side. And now Guinea Groove is able to get the disc with Base clearing it left side. And Base looks like able to get the disc, but gets intercepted by Rice, who slaps it left tunnel, and now into the orange side. But Farkgod is right there, able to pick it up and almost gets the shot in, but gets knocked out. And now into the hands of Base, who brings it right across the other side, clears it left side. And now Guinea chasing that disc, looking behind her, making sure no one's behind her, but and is able to get that possession of that disc. And Purple gets the disc and slams it in from the low end for 2 points on the inside bubble. Back and forth with these teams, not letting one get any too far ahead. Just by 1 point, just by a point.
I think it might be coming down to that three-pointer, because 12-11, I don't know, man. I don't know. You gotta either get 2 points up or you gotta get a really good three in. And we'll see which team's able to get that, because having that goalie, a perma goalie, will make that a lot harder than possible. But we'll see. We've already seen a three in this game. We can see it again, most likely, right?
What a save by Panda from Base coming from right above. Would have broken that little what seems to be like a little curse, because they can't get above 1 point of each other. And it seems like it's having a little bit of a fight for that disc with Rice, and I heard a 3 orange right on top of him, and Guinea Groove is able to get possession of that disc and toss it left side, but Panda is right there to catch it and is now floating forward trying to find a pass, but it looks like Fargo wasn't looking and is unable to connect, but Rice is right there to pick it up. Atheist moving up forward. Atheist going for a long clear, but either way gets in position with Guinea Groove and tosses it right back, but Atheist is able to pick it up right back. Atheist tossing it from the bottom and now into the hands of Shake and Bake, who tosses it to left tunnel to Chuckles. Chuckles bouncing it and gets denied by that station and gets crossed to the right side of the tunnel. And now the position of Martian Man. Martian Man tossing it down, possible pass, but either way gets cleared down with Base having possession of that disc. And now Purple, now having hand on that disc, tries to toss it down, and that station, man, that station's been denying so many people. That station's been rejecting it, and it's like, no, no, you go back. I don't want to go past this part. I don't want it. But Fargard, he's gonna move in, finds a cut past the Martian Man. Martian Man from the low end gets a beautiful shot. 2 points.
I'm noticing that when Holy Sock scores, it's like everybody's in bubble, but when Guinea's Groove, it's like very much like everybody's spread out. Like they're trying to take like open 3 shots or like backboard shots, or like they're getting kind of lucky on that offense when it comes to scoring.
Or it could be they know something we don't.
Very true. They
Who knows? Who knows?
I'm just seeing like how the players are spread out. Whenever I see Holy Socks go into that bubble, it's usually not just like a few people. It's like everybody.
It's like the whole.
Wow. Just
Wow.
shoot a top pocket from bottom. Ooh, jeez. Okay.
Excuse me. Just don't mind if you take that top pocket from that long low shot boom boot. That was a long shot.
Yep.
I can't even tell if there was a goalie there or not, or if they were coming back. But either way, like, what a beautiful pocket.
Shake Big sending a high trap into somebody's hands, but they're stacking to it, and it's like Purple Prince has it, sending it across to Chuck. Chuck bare next to their hand.
Yeah, it's been a lot of those almost there, but not really, with a connection of those passes from Guinea Groove. That's what I've noticed.
With the deep low, favorable bounce, I think. I think somebody's up there. Yeah, Guinea and Chuck are both up there trying to grab it. Guinea gets it first, sends it cross into. Can't tell.
Purple, but isn't able to connect, and now into the position of the Holy Socks, who tosses it to orange side. Blues, Holy Socks right there with the stack. Even to get possession of that disc. Rice trying to find a pass to Fargod, but Fargod is not able. We're not able to connect with Fargod. And now the Guinea gang gets possession of the disc and clears it left side to what seems like.
Panda does not
What
want
I
to leave
thought,
that. That is
not-
a safe goal.
I was like,
nope, this
nah,
is where I live.
No, I ain't pushing that. Nope.
I like that though.
But it worked out either way because Fargod and Rice are able to chase that disc down, and Fargod possession of the disc, floating down, casually tossing it.
The goalie like just leaves net during that, and it just goes in because somebody leached their way through, and it just tapped it in.
It happens multiple times. It'd be like, no, I learned my lesson. No, but the Holy Socks are able to break that curse of like keeping it 1 by 1, because they're at 12-18 now, and up by Elite by a substantial amount, but not substantial enough for the Guinea Groove to catch that lead up.
Rice holding on to it, looking for that stack. Stack does apply that pressure and he gets him to throw it, but Thrice is still floating down there, so he might be able to grab it if he gets there first. 1v2 scenario in the best case. Oh, never mind. Atheist is just there to grab it. He has a shield option, but takes it himself. 18 from 3 meters.
He looks at him, he looks at his hand, and is like, I got this.
Yeah.
And shoves it right in for 2 points. Confidently, too.
Yeah, it looks like Guinea's Groove is starting to slow down a lot on this momentum. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think happened? Do you think they can bring it back around?
I think they'll be able to pick up the pace a little bit. Wait.
Clutch it up in the last 2.5 minutes.
As
They forgot to
always.
sit somebody. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They forgot to sit somebody.
Oh.
Oh no.
Breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules.
Uh-oh.
Looks like they will be getting an 8-point penalty.
Somebody
Which
get
It's like when you're into the game, you forget.
I'm
It's
not
like,
wrong, right? Is it 8? It's
Honestly, I'm so cognizant of it when I'm in the game. I'm like, hold up, what are they doing? They gotta send someone back. I usually yell at them from the other side.
very true.
Because they're what? They're up by what? 8?
8, yep, open
Yeah,
con.
so that'd be that 1 point out. Yeah, they have 4 players.
And they got Chuckles in
I
this
don't
game
really know.
too.
I wonder
Interesting.
Chuckles isn't calling them out on it.
Maybe he's not noticing it.
He's focused.
Maybe
He's zoned
focused
in.
right now.
He's in a zone. He's just trying to
disrupt it.
win.
Shaky Bake sending it high into Base's hands. Base getting that deep pass into who's back there? I can't tell. Oh, the slap immediately. Purple trying to take that shot as soon as possible.
Denied. Denied.
The floating disc with the leech. Fart God with the little tap off into Nagini's hands. Nagini standing into post. Post from
Another
Chuckles into
denial.
top clock into goal from Purple Prince.
Third time's a charm. Third time.
Yeah,
Third
literally,
time's
what was that?
charm.
1, 2 dings,
One
then
ding
third
from
attempt,
purple,
yeah.
one ding from Chuckles, and
Oh
then the last
man.
one with purple and claw.
And you know, right there again, as we said, you gotta be a little careful on those risky plays, right? Because they look a little silly when they don't quite work out, especially a slap off a no-look slap on top of that, right?
For sure. Looks like the disc comes went, and then went right back. But then Holy Sock's able to get possession of that disc and find a pass to Atheist on Ness and finds a beautiful shot.
There's the
Points.
passing.
There it is.
The last thing in chat is, I think that's Andrew saying, on Fortnite, say it again. I don't know what that means.
You won't. Say it again. You won't. Oh.
Oh, they missed the
Sam
disc.
forgot the disc.
Oh, pick up from Holy Socks. Yikes. Something might be going on in there. They might just be done. That's fair. They're ready to go next. 10 points. I wonder how this match would have gone if they had done the 4v5 at the end. I think they're just talking now. I don't even know what's happening.
Maybe could have ended differently. Maybe not. Either way, it was a beautiful game by both teams.
Should have had a 4v5, so I don't think it mattered that much. But it looks like they did end up holding somebody back, but they were just AFK for the end. Either
Over
way,
there.
both teams.
Interesting. Well, what'd you guys think? I think it was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
That's about teams. Like at the end, like Holy Suckers, it was able to stretch out the few gaps on those points. But for majority of it, it was like pretty close.
It was even from what I saw. I think Holy Sox had a better bubble. Like a lot of the time, they were waiting for their teammates to get in. It was less shoot the shot immediately.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, it was working out for them at the beginning, and then we kind of saw them switch up as Guinea came back. You know, they started getting their groove, and then we kind of started seeing it slow down again, right?
I love
Towards the end.
hearing Guinea getting their groove. It's
Yep.
very
Guinea groove.
gotta play with the words, right? That's why they're there.
That's why they made the team name, you know.
Now I'm out.
It's
Now I
for
have
it to be
stop for this
used.
one. I'll see you
All
guys
right.
later. Bye.
All right, and we'll see you guys later after these promos for the next one.
Smooth.
Petunia's Gaming Village is a fun place for gamers to come hang out and play video games with current or soon-to-be friends. One of the things that makes us a bit unique is our hybrid approach to gaming. We try to set up multiple events throughout the week for various games on PC, console, and VR platforms. One of our staple events is Saturday Night Spirits for Echo VR, followed up by a rotating game that everyone votes on ahead of time. Lately, we've been getting anywhere from 20 to 30 players signed up for this event, and it is a lot of fun. Oftentimes, we're just hanging out on Discord voice chats. I'll hop onto a voice chat in the afternoon while playing a video game, and one by one, the group continues to grow. We have some playing games, some working, others driving home, and on occasion, one or two are doing homework. In a nutshell, PGV is a place where we want you to feel comfortable and have a good time. If you're not currently a member, we'd love to have you come check us out.
No! Wait! Wait! Ah!
Welcome back. We are here relaxing, waiting for looks like Echotainment versus the Randos. I read that totally wrong. But we'll be fine. We are having a good day. How'd you feel about that last game? It was pretty. I think we kind of talked about it towards the end, anyways. But a lot of back and forth, and then towards the end, as we saw, blue team, they were able to really clutch it up and then hold it down for their side.
For sure, they were able to hold it down. Like both teams were really putting pressure on each other, making sure, because we saw like a lot of times where we saw no points happening, and then by the second round we saw points happening a little bit uh, more, but we saw them not really having a big gap in between, maybe one, or maybe two, but mostly we saw one gaps in between. But at the end of it, as we saw, Holy Sox was able to get that long stretch of points, stretching that gap and getting the win for that match.
Yeah, I think there was like whole sections where it's about maybe a couple minutes of no one scoring, but that's because it was literally just going back and forth. I think there was one point where I was talking so much because the disc kept changing hands so much. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give up. No, I might as well just wait. I'm gonna wait and see till someone holds it for longer than 2 seconds, right?
Yeah, because you just saw like herds happening back and forth, like from both teams going to that disc, and you're like, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna actually get
Yeah,
out of
I'm
that
like,
bad
wait, I
stick
thought it
out?
was in your hand, but it's in your hand, but now it's in my hand now. I'm casting. How did that happen? I'm just kidding. That would have been interesting.
It was all
But
rigged. It was all scripted.
yeah.
It
Did
was
you
all
even watch?
scripted.
I remember watching the Vermal season 7 finals, and I was like, actually, like, wow, like one, it was really good, but two, it's always funny how everyone talks about everything being scripted, in a lot of these games, and I get it. Sometimes they really are built up in such a way that it's like maximum hype, so I get it.
It's like, why is it always the last buzzer beater that gets the point?
I know,
Or gets
right?
the
And I'm
win? Like,
hoping, I'm
come
hoping
on.
people are like, wow, like they must be scripting these Rec League games because there's no way.
Ain't no
But
way.
ain't no way, ain't no way. But it is what it is, right?
Is what it is.
Yeah.
No, both teams. It's like all the players and the players that play in this league, having a lot of fun, but also like putting out their best and being able to, you know, show what they got. And if I was in there, um, playing right now, because I haven't played Echo in a while, I would not show my best of what I got. I would show very skills.
I get
Missing
that.
missing a lot of goals, dropping the disc a lot, not connecting with passes, because it's been so long. It's
I
been a
get that. I
while.
was I was in there, and then I think Wilt, he was just like, you know what? Why don't we just blame it on Martini? And I'm like, you can do that. I've been playing in like a month. I think we can blame it on me for the loss. And he's like, wow, he actually said that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
I can agree to that. It's fine.
you usually hear like just weeks. I've just gone for a week or two, a
Nah,
month,
it's
a month.
yeah.
What have you
Hey
been
man,
doing
as
in
you
a
can
month?
tell, I don't know if you knew, but I'm playing on a Breachers game, like competitive team. So it's gotta
I
work,
mean, I
play with
kind of
that.
know because I'm on the team, but yeah, sure, we'll go
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. I don't
But
know if you
again,
knew.
not scripted, not
Yeah,
scripted. No, I
for
mean,
sure.
100% new. I mean, I think my captain has the same name as you. I can't tell.
His name is
You sound
also
alike.
Tini or Marty. Sorry, I think I go
Marty,
by Marty
Marty.
now.
He goes
Yeah,
by
as
Marty.
as one of
Yeah,
the casters
yeah.
called me before. That was hilarious. I love hearing the casters like and what the names they come up with when they see people they don't really know. Because that's me. I usually choose like half a name, and I'm like, that's your name for this round for me. I don't know you, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna call you that. Like
It's like I ain't
Sandalorian,
saying that.
He's Sandy to me right now.
Sandy.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
He's saying Sand.
I don't even know if he likes to go by Sandy. Probably not. Or maybe he does. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's just trying to shorten it down so that we
Yeah,
minimize the
we
talking,
got
minimize how much
Naughty
things
for
I have to drink.
Nauticus. We got Bakey. We got Yoey.
You did not just say naughty.
We got Pandy. We got Cosme. We got Mobby. We got Jeffy, and we got Basie. See, easy peasy.
Easy. I'm seeing a pattern. I'm dead.
Exactly.
We have the chat saying, "What is call sign Echo's record?" First of all, what is call
Which
sign
league?
Echo?
Which league are you talking about?
All right, now we just flexing.
Oh, call sign Echo. Yeah, sorry. That call sign Echo. If y'all didn't know, we are PGV's flagship breachers team. We're pretty solid. I'm not gonna say we're like #1 in the league, but we were up there for at least a week. Just saying. But we're doing pretty solid, especially considering we're kind of a homegrown team. A lot of us came out of the PGV Breachers server. We kind of were just playing around with each other, and we're like, why don't we play more competitive? For Breachers, unfortunately, we had too many. For BCL, sorry, so Breachers Competitive League, our score came out to 0-1 right now. But that's because we had 2 or 3 forfeits, and they don't count forfeits in your win or losses. So we're 0-1. We had the one game we played, we did lose, unfortunately. But our Vermal score, what is it, like 3-1 or 2-1, something like that? Or 2-2. I think we're 2-2 at this point.
Yeah.
But we're doing pretty good. We're top 15. Last time I checked, I don't know. That thing changes so much now. So we're doing pretty good in the league, but it's hard. Breacher's definitely. I love the game; it's amazing, but competitive, it's definitely a really hard game. The mechanics sometimes are just crazy to keep up with. Because it goes beyond just the game, right? Some people have been playing competitive FPSs since I don't even know the first time they came out, right?
For sure. I mean,
So it
especially like
definitely gets hard.
for what we do, coming like you said, coming from an Echo competitive kind of competitive environment to also being in PGV server, being able to play casually as well really opens up a lot of doors to that kind of vibe. But also the way that we've been playing, I feel like you said, we've been playing pretty good. Even though we haven't, most of our team has not had any shooting, nonetheless, even shooting competitive experience in those kind of leagues. So, coming from there, not too bad.
Yes, and it looks like they just got into 5th. Looks like the Randos will be good against Echotainment, and they'll be coming out on this neutral joust, and we'll see what will be happening out here. Looks like we do have the disc on Echotainment's side. They send it all the way through to their teammate on Logo. They send it back. Romeo's ready to look. Nope, no, he did not send it back. I need to stop predicting what they're gonna do and just talk about what they're actually doing, because that happens a little too many times.
See, it's the addition of the balancing act between saying what they're doing, but mostly it's just like, thinking, like, see, if they were in their shoes, like, he's probably doing this, he's probably doing this, he's probably doing that. Engaging him a little bit.
For sure, I get that. And it looks like we have 2 perma goalies on Echotainment. Am I seeing that correctly, or am I tripping right now? Because I see 2 people on that mini map in the back again.
It's a strat. They know something
It's
you
a
don't.
strat.
It's a strategy.
Yep. I guess you can't get scored on if you have double permas, right? That's how that works.
Right? The clearer, catcher, and then the goalie saver. Or maybe he was right there just saying the chat, it's just starting out. He's trying to, not get too into it.
You're right. You're
Just
right.
yet.
Makes sense.
He's trying to be casual. He's trying to like loosen up. Man, these back and forth gifts, man. Natick is going for that long shot, almost gets that connection to the goal, but Romeo is still able to get possession of that disc. Now we're looking down forward. Possible shot, but gets whiffed and gets bounced right back. And now it is a fight. Baker able to shield and able to get possession of that disc and be able to slap it out. Now it's floating up, and now it's another fight, but this time, what was it, the Randos being able to get possession of that disc and slap it out. Now the disc is floating out. Romeo is able to headbutt it out the way. Beautiful headbutt going straight, but the Randos are able to get the disc right back and clear it right side.
Yeah, it's not quite working out in their favor for the Randos, but it's working out right now for Echotainment as they... Oh, never mind. I said that a little too soon. It does not quite work out for them. Again,
Today is not your day.
Today, everyone's doing what I don't want them to do, right? So that's how you can tell it's not scripted. I'm just saying, because my script apparently is wrong. Someone needs to update my script.
You got
so
the
I can
last
tell you what they're
year's
about to
version.
do.
You got the
I
last
have last
version.
year's version. Wow, this is terrible. Anyways, looks like Waffled Life does get the hands on a disc, gets that interception, and goes in for the dribble play. But they are now competing for blue team, trying to get their hand on disc, and Nauticus is able to receive the disc. Unfortunately, the pass doesn't quite work out to his teammate, and Waffle Life is able to take the disc back, trying to send it deep in to Kindle's hand, but it does not quite work. Sorry, Jeffy's hand. I think we decided their names are a little bit different this time around.
Jeffy.
And looks like Naughty sends it deep in to him. Wait, did I see that wrong? Did he just pass to himself? Anyways, 3-pointer from Nauticus for Echotainment. And I think that's the first time. Wow, 3 minutes. First goal in 3 minutes. I thought they would have scored by now.
And it's gonna be a long one. Maybe they're just warming up. Who knows? Maybe we'll just see like we're seeing like these long goals happening.
At this point, they can only score every 3 minutes.
Score every 3
So,
minutes as of now from what we have.
as of this point, from this point forward, that is a rec league rule. I'm telling you right now, it's an official rule. Otherwise, if you don't do it, you will get kicked out. You will just be ejected from the game.
Okay, now I feel like you really have the wrong script. I think you got the beta script. I think that was like a plan, and then we never went with that plan. I was like, I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you got your info, but we're not on that one.
Well, I can tell you right now, Ecotainment did get another 2 points on the scoreboard, so I think my script
That is true.
correct.
That is true. It's half correct, but yeah, that's true. But let's see what the randos are able to do with this now that they are down by 5. As we have Waffled being able to get possession of the disc, moving it up forward, moving it back too. Spacing himself out, buying his team some time, trying to get this team in position. As he passes it to Mob to Jeff. Jeff almost gets the shot into the goal, but gets denied by the ding ring. But still into the rando's hands, who with Waffle slapping it downwards, and now into the what was it? Ecotainment? Ecotainment's hands, and Panda
Blue,
slapping it down. But Mob is able to get possession of that disc, slowing down the time, slowing down the play, making his team getting position. He was a pass to Sando. Sando back to Mob. Mob trying to slap it right back into Jeff's hands, but is unable to connect. Gets intercepted by Miss Panda, who slaps it down. But Waffled gets possession back of that disc, making his way forward. Jeff taking care of Miss Panda, make sure he has plenty of room to move up, buying him some time. Mob moving it up forward, trying to look for a cut, trying to look for any kind of pass, buying himself some time, juking around. But gets picked off and gets in the hands of Miss Panda, who tosses it right into the orange's hands, with base awaiting for that disc on the orange side. So it seems like both teams are getting themselves in positions where they're in position for good passes, but they're also the other team is also in position for good defending. You know, they're doing really good coverage, making sure that they intercept these passes, make sure these passes don't succeed, and that's what I'm seeing. I don't know about you.
Yeah, they're definitely doing their best to kind of keep it going for themselves. But we'll see if they can keep it going. Because right now, what is this? The randos tried their best to send it in, but it is not quite working out for them right now. And Ecotainment sends it all the way deep into the orange bubble. It does get picked up by Base, however. And we'll see what Base does. I'm assuming he's subbing in tonight. I've seen a lot of similar names. Jeff was there earlier. Base again. Miss Panda. Romeo. I don't even know how many subs are in this game right now. Is this a half sub game?
I don't know.
We'll see. Looks like Nalicus goes in for the head, but trying to send it back to his teammate. And it does get into their teammate's hand, but it does get picked up, unfortunately, on the clear. As Waffled Life is trying to look around, get some better passing options before they start moving forward. And Panda is applying pressure. A lot of back and forth, and unfortunately, the reset does not quite work out as their teammate is distracted. And Romeo and Baker are there for the follow-up as he's dancing around, trying to keep juking, but he does get picked out by Waffled Life. And now he's probably beating himself up over that, because I know I would be.
Oh my goodness.
It's like you can only maintain a straight line for so long, you know?
Honestly,
although you're juking around, flipping around, maintaining your own, the same direction at the same speed, can be really easy to pick off, especially when you're coming from the rear in a fast stack. But either way, Natic moving it up the field. Almost gets a shot, but gets denied by that ring. And it's kerfuffle to get to the disc, and Romeo is able to get out of that chaos with the disc and is now moving himself back, trying to get his team in position. Does a quick bounce pass, is unable to connect, and now into the hands of Sando. Sando tossing it left side, gets stuck on the left tunnel. Romeo might be able to get possession of the disc. Romeo does a smart reset to Cosmic, who Cosmic slaps it right across to the arena into Waffle's hands. Who now Waffle is bringing it up, but gets right there hit by Baker, but is able to get the pass off to Jeff. Jeff trying to go for a bounce shot, almost gets connected to the goal, but not able to go into the goal, and gets cleared on the left side, but it gets kerfuffled back into the blue side, into the hands of Naticus, who slaps it right back down left tunnel, and back into the base's hands, the orange Rando's goalie. a lot of back and forth, a lot of like slaps that get hit to a Geo and come right back from where they didn't want to go, and a lot of like passes not being able to connect, but you know, a lot of good positioning. It's just the passes aren't connected to a player; they're connecting more to a Geo, unless they're doing more bounce passes. Who knows?
Honestly, they might be, because I know sending direct passes sometimes, especially with the goalie being so available to pick it up, it can actually be more favorable. I've seen times where goalies get drawn out because of a bounce pass of a Geo, you know?
For sure. Seems like Miss Panda looked back, but wasn't able to see the speed that they were going, as they came in really fast and was able to stun her and get the disc out of her hands. But Sando's not able to get possession of the disc, who tries to toss it to Jeff, but it was floating backwards, and the momentum throwing it forwards made the disc really slow. And is now into the rando's side, but Mob is able to get possession of that disc. Tries to find the wall, but doesn't get it, but is able to slap it out, but unfortunately gets to the hands of Echotainment with Romeo. Passes it to Baker. Baker passes it down to Naticus. Naticus trying to find under, but is unable to connect with Miss Panda, and the randos are able to clear it down the blue side. Cosmic not in position of the goal and is not able to get the disc, but Romeo right there, running on the disc and able to get the disc and toss it to the right side. Tunnel where Miss Panda is able to get the disc, but Sandos sneaking in like a ninja, being able to take that
I gotta
disc from
give,
her
sorry, I gotta
hand.
give credit to Sandalorian right there. I don't know if you saw, but Panda was not even aware someone was below them, because Sandalorian came right up and picked it right out of their hand, and I don't know, it was just funny to see.
Yeah, like you can get, like you be able to like look back and forth, but you never expect him from the top because you can just get a drop of him. I had multiple times.
I feel like people don't look
I've
down
done
too
it.
much, you know,
Down?
in
Yeah,
this game. Usually they're looking more up,
yeah.
right? You think
No,
so?
they look more down because the passes being on boot and floor. You don't
I
see that
don't
many
know. I've
people
had so many
inverted.
times where I picked off people like because I was below them. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe. Maybe at the moment situation. But either way, what a beautiful shot by Miss Panda from the low end backboard.
Yeah, and it looks like Echotainment is keeping their streak going. It's really hot right now, and we'll see if the randos can come back. But I don't know. We'll see if they can reset in the round 2, especially. They have a whole another round to come back, and also on top of that, and Echotainment, I can't talk right now. Echotainment is down a player, so they will be slowing down their streak. If not by a lot, but maybe a good amount. We'll see.
You never know. It always makes a big difference. Like pro or con, whether like the lower number makes it more easier to organize,
Oh,
or
Oricon,
lower
you think some
number.
people play better with four-man teams?
Yeah, of course. Like it just makes it a little bit more quicker to organize things. It makes it more easy
Interesting.
to just communicate better. You know. I mean, that's how I feel. At most times, it just depends on the players on the team. Sometimes the chemistry is there to be able to connect that 4 on better than the 5. But then there are teams where, you know, sometimes you can't connect with them, and that's just it. It's just you can't find the chemistry between these players. You can't read them well, and that's fine. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can build up the chemistry. Sometimes that chemistry just comes in naturally. You don't know.
That's true. And it looks like the randos are trying their best to get it in, but man, that disc is saying, no, I'm not going into that goal last time I checked. You're not paying me enough for that. I'll tell you that. And it looks like it still just keeps hitting that ding ring. They have 8 seconds left. We'll see if they can make something happen. They do. Waffle Life says, I'm done with this. I'm scoring for us. Even if I have to dunk it in myself. They do have 2 points on the board finally for the randos as they close down this lead to 5 points going into round 2.
It could be the score that they need to motivate to keep going forward, you know?
Exactly.
It could be the game changer. You never know. Things could happen.
I know.
We'll see what happens. I mean, like, this game is more like, you know, like physical, but it's also like a mental game, you know? It's like
this game is all mental for me. I don't break a sweat at all ever playing Echo.
So
I
like
don't
behind the
perspire.
scenes when you said like you were like sweating your butt off, you know?
I don't remember saying those words.
I
Unless you had me on recording, I don't recall
I
saying
think I may have. I think I still have my recording on. Always.
Do they record these casts?
I mean, I record it for HR purposes, but you know.
For HR, wow! I didn't know. I didn't realize PGV had an HR department. I must be really out of the loop right now.
I think you are, man. You got the bad script. You got the late script. You got the wrong beta script. You don't even know what's going on here. Like, come on. What's going on here? Like you don't even know like some
Wow.
of these players' names, and they've been on the
You're
server.
totally right. I mean, I have to make it. I have to make them up all on the fly. You know,
Well, you didn't.
Basie and Jeffy,
Don't just say
Mobby.
Basie. Oh my God, stop, please. Please
Making his
stop.
name longer. Yeah, that's the way to shorthand it.
Please stop. Anyway, let's see what kind of change up the Randas can do. See if they can close that gap or even overlap them. Or let's see if even the Tainment can even maintain it or increase their gap that they have. As we see the disc just floating mid-air, mid in the arena, but Jeff is able to get a hand on it, slapping it to the blue side on Ecotainment side, but Naticus is able to get possession of that disc. And it looks like they might do a dribble play, and it looks like they are. Romeo and Naticus going to dribble play. A little bit of kerfuffle, bouncing on that table, on that tunnel, and not being able to get that disc, but still together, trying to get to Waffled, trying to steal that disc. Waffle's not saying nah, and is able to juke around and find that pass to Mob. Mob trying to find it right back to Waffled. Waffled having a lot of players on it, but is able to do a twirly twirl around that Pac-Man, getting him away, getting him enough breathing room to get to that disc. But Sando, knowing that someone was right behind him, is able to slap it right across the other side. But unfortunately, Ecotainment gets possession of that disc, and Atticus tosses it left side as we possibly had a stack with Romeo. Romeo having enough speed to possibly get to that disc, but no, Base is right there to read that disc and get that disc and toss it to the right side, but gets bounced by that right station. I'm telling you, that these stations have been getting bounced on so much and been crossed to the other side. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's like the game plan. That could be, you know, like keeping it not cleared. That's the mentality of this game. Try not to clear it to the other goalie. Why not just clear it to the station, right? To keep it on the middle. And a beautiful shot by Cosmic underside. Underhanded too. For 2 points. Extending that lead.
Who's going left short? Who's going left?
Putting him up to 7 points a lead actually, and they should be able to have to sit one out. And bringing it a 5-on-4 matchup. Let's see what happens though. See, we have Waffle chasing the disc. We have 2 oncoming Ecotainment players right on him from back and forth, but Waffle is able to scuff out from there and able to get possession of that disc. Waiting for his team to get to a position. Waffle letting go of that disc. Letting go of that little button. I do that a lot too. But is able to get possession back on it. Sando trying to find a quick short pass to Mob, but is unable to connect. And now Cosmic getting possession of that disc, tossing it right side. And now floating right back into the blue side of Ecotainment. And Jeff is able to steal that disc from Naticus. Jeff tossing it down low. But unfortunately, Ecotainment. Then their goalie, Miss Panda, is able to get that disc. And pass it right back. Now making a one-on-one situation with Cosmic and Base. Cosmic twirling around the other side, slapping it in with an in-shot 2 points, extending that gap to 2-11.
Beautiful, cheeky, and it's a goal. Last time I checked.
Thank you, Sizzle. Sizzle says, figured I'd stop by and say GG's and thank you, casters. Definitely big thanks. Appreciate it. And big thanks to Hawk again, being able to I think
holding down the cams.
Holding down the cams. And we're saying thanks a lot because like he's always been there. He's always like when we need him, he's been there.
Yeah, and I learned honestly doing Twitch streaming, like simple Twitch streaming, it's hard. I can't imagine doing a full production. Well, I can't imagine, but I don't want to do it sometimes because that's a lot of work. But you know, Hawk is there, willing to do the work.
Hawk gets it done for sure.
Yep, exactly. Just like Mob is there, it gets it done from the backboard and gets 2 points on the board, closing in this gap. It's still a 7-point lead though, so they looks like Ecotainment will still need to sit someone out.
So we have Baker on the QB and able to pass it to Romeo on the right side. Romeo, a question of making a long shot to a goalie, but gets rejected by that shield nonetheless and gets in the hands of the randos with Mob leading the charge with the disc, trying to look behind him, make sure Naticus doesn't get too close or even trying to find a pass. When he does, and he's able to find it, and now Jeff have possession of that disc. Jeff going for a bounce shot, but Miss Panda ready for that save, and he's able to save it and slap it low to the midsection of the arena with the randos hot on pursuit of that disc. Waffle getting possession of that disc and tossing it up. But unfortunately, Oh, it's a kerfuffle to steal for. Who gets position? Just Jeff does, and he's able to slap it down, but comes right back where it was beforehand, and then now into the Ecotainment's hands. I swear, like these slaps or these bounces come right back. Like no matter where they gets bounced, it always seems to come back in the position where it was before. I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, man. Like tonight, the
What's going on?
script's just a little too hectic. I can't keep up with who has what. It's going 10,000 different directions, and I don't know. I don't know.
He says, I tried solo casting and it's tough. Respect. Yeah, I would assume so, like be in charge of the freaking cams and then be in charge of like talking over while you're doing cams.
That sometimes happens.
And then
yeah.
and then also trying to keep in touch with the chat so that way you're not just like focusing on the game. It's
Well,
like
a lot
you're
of
doing
Twitch
three
streamers
things,
actually
if
do
not
that.
more.
I'm like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do all the above and play a game sometimes. You know.
True. That is true. That's even more. Well, not really, because then they're not really in charge of the camera.
Oh, they just said it once. Yeah. I see.
Yeah, they just said it once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying this is being a famous Twitch streamer is really easy?
I mean, once yes, because once they get the hang of it, because they've been famous for so long.
I love how you say that.
Yeah, because they've they got that groove of it. That's
You
why
know,
they're,
I
like,
see
good
what you're
for it.
saying. Like when you
Yeah,
get really
yeah.
good
They
at
got
it,
experience.
it's almost like
Yeah.
it's really easy, right?
Right? Yeah. It's like anything starting out, like anything you do, like you may be good at it, but then you're not the best at it. You know, to be the best at it, and to keep being the best at it, you got to keep practicing and doing it.
That is true, and it looks like we did get 2 points on the board from Jeff's Kindle for the Randos. And they're trying their best to close in his lead, but now it looks like Ecotainment will have their 5th player back in. We'll see if this changes anything up, or if the Randos can keep the momentum going forward. Looks like Waffle Life trying his best to keep his hand on, keep their, I don't know who it is, I don't know. Keep their hand on the disc.
He's like, I
already
just
made this
give up.
mistake
I
earlier.
give up. I start talking. I give up.
I made this mistake earlier. They could not get their hand on the disc. Blues trying their best to keep it on within the orange bubble, but they're not doing a good job as Waffle Life is able to get their hand on the disc once more, sends it to their teammate. And Mob Guy is able to, wow, juke out everybody. Everyone, he was literally just going deep in. Goes in for the deep pass. Exactly. Gives the deep pass over to Jeff's Kindle. Jeff trying to get the pass off, but does get stunned out by Nauticus. We'll see what Naughty can do, and it looks like Cosmic is able to get his. Nope, never mind. Looks like Baker had. Never mind. You know what?
Keep trying. You'll get it one day.
I swear my script. I get the worst part of the script deadline. I don't know what it is. But people cannot maintain possession when I'm talking, apparently. And I guess it is the caster's curse, as they say.
It's what you get for not being on for so long.
I know. Honestly, it's been a hot minute.
To be honest, I haven't been on for a while either. So.
Okay, then how are you talking?
It just likes me. Echo Gods just like me today. Okay.
Okay, I got you.
That's what they say. Romeo able to get a beautiful juke around, made able to get the goalies out of the way, and be able to shoot it in. So close for 2 points.
Exactly, showing
Extending that
why
lead.
the backboard is deadly.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, I think all the time.
Sometimes.
Okay, we
It
have
depends who's on the
NA best goalie ever here. Apparently,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, nah, backboard, not a problem with me.
100%.
Someone's on a backboard for me, I'm just like, it's going in. I don't know where, but it's going in somewhere.
I get sometimes. It just depends who's on who has the disc. More or less, not the goalie. More or less, it's the disc holder being able to make a calculated shot. If he holds his hand and shoots it the way like he's at, if he's on the top, he shoots it straight down. Obviously, you already have your hand there as a goalie. But if he's able to maneuver all the way around the backboard, making sure not to put it in, beautiful shot by Jeff, but not being able to put it in until the very last moment where he finds that opening, then of course he's able to make it in all the time. It just depends on the approach.
You know what? That all makes sense to me, but I don't know if I can do it. I
don't know if I can
do it when I get in the arena. Because literally,
he's been retired. He just came back out of retirement.
I retired my Echo career at this point. I loved it. I loved coaching and I loved all the above, but I don't know. It's so far beyond me at this point, you know.
Yeah. Your protege has surpassed you, or your students have surpassed you.
Honestly, some of them really have, which I'm okay with. You know, it happens when you're the coach. It happens when you're a teacher. You know, that's the point, right? You want to teach people that get better than you, right?
You don't want to hold like any secrets behind. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tell them this, but not that.
Yeah.
You
If you're the best for always, and you're not able to teach someone better than you, it's kind of like, come on, dude, come on.
Kind of like the bucket list. It's like all right, you're the player, like you're the best player. Now you got
Yeah,
a coach, right?
and that's when we get
It
that
has to be a
famous
thing,
line
you
where
know?
it's like,
It's
the
kind of
te-
like you're
the-
not good
the
until you like
student-
teach someone, you know?
Exactly. What's that famous line? It's like, now the students become the master or the teacher, whatever iteration of that phrase. But there's a reason why it's really big,
Yeah. Anyway,
And
we
it-
have Romeo on the well, yeah. So what's up?
No, you had it, you got it.
Anyway, Romeo on the top trying to find a pass down to bottom. Cosmic is unable to connect. It gets intercepted by the Randos. Randos, toss it on the right side on Equitainment's side. Waffled right on there with Baker right on pursuit. He is able to get that stun out before Waffle could make anything with that disc. And Equitainment bounces it out and gets in the possession of Romeo. Romeo passing it, tries to pass on the left side, gets denied by that station, but nonetheless, Baker's able to get the disc. Now floating forwards, looks at that stack coming ferociously at him, but is able to get that pass off. Cosmic's trying to pass it right back to Baker, but not able to connect. Baker passing it right past, but also not able to connect. But is now floating up in the air. Romeo now in possession of this, floating backwards, trying to get his space between the randos and trying to get his team in position. Tries to find one with Naticus with the bounce shot, but Sandoz right there to intercept. And the Equitainment right there with the stack ready for that disc chase. And Baker's able to get that disc possession, toss it right side. But unfortunately, Sandoz is able to get that disc and bring it right back. But intercepted again. Man, these interceptions. Romeo, get the hands on that disc. But also gets back to Waffle. Waffle gets stolen by Baker. Baker grinding for a shot, but gets dinged by denied by that ring. And gets right back into the Rando's hands. Or not. A little kerfuffle. Reset. Oh, good reset. When in doubt, reset. Beautiful
Yes.
breathing room for them. 100%.
Exactly. Now it is in the blue bubble. We'll see what can happen. It's now the last 20 seconds of this game. We'll see if the Randos can eke something out and have 2 more points on the board for them, and just misses the beautiful pass over the mob. But it's fine. They got 10 seconds left. They can make something happen potentially. Does get intercepted, but it's still free. The disc is now officially out, and that will be in. And it looks like we do have Equitainment winning the game 13-8. And wow, this is kind of a low-scoring game. People taking their time between goals. What do you think?
Oh yeah, from like beginning to end. Like beginning started out like fast-paced for like the whole like all the games that we've seen in general, and then we started to see kind of like teams being able to do not only the fast dynamic plays, but be able to take it slow and slow and slow, but not slow enough for no reason, but slow to keep it your team to get in position, especially when you have that much of time between and gap in between your enemy. We see this a lot by the end of this match, as well.
Makes sense.
And yes, Kay, after party time now.
After party. I will be having dinner, and y'all have a good time at the after party. I think you'll be signing us out today, Deadline.
That was, yep, we're signing us out. It's been very, very, very fun being able to cast these games, and can't wait for the next ones. And thank you again, Hawk, for being being able to be the cameraman, being able to be on the spot, and be able to clutch up, and be able to be always good at what you do. And I might have to actually hit you up for some coaching because I might need it. And thank you again, everybody, for the casters being able to be here on and be able to take some part of your time to be here, to be able to cast these kind of games, these fun games. And of course, the players being able to play in the league, taking your guys' time, be able to have fun, and be able to be part of something big, something greater. Anyway, my name is Deadline, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.